Hello. Hello. Hello, is this thing working? Hello. Yeah, I was trying to break in. Will you hear me alright? Yeah, sorry, I was trying to get on frequency. Yeah, good evening, Chris. I still got hooked. I didn't hook the amp up yet, but I will if need be. $10.4. Alrighty. Ah, okay. Well, I guess it means I get out all right. Yeah, okay. Yeah, you're giving me about a 9 or 10 over S9. So I got the live stream on. I just started it. So there you go. Yeah, I'm doing about 20 watts, swinging about 120 or so. Key up, Mike. Yeah, you're about like a 6 swinging almost 7. Chris, you're about 9 swinging a 10. Yeah, okay. What antenna you on, Chris? Oh, okay. So I'm guessing you're on the vertical side of it. $10.4 driver. Oh, it's doing good over here, man. Nah, I'm on the vertical. I'm on the V5000. Where was this at? When? What time? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I was pointing. You were actually probably off of like my corner, and I don't hear it. Yeah, that's probably exactly why I didn't hear me. No.
Trying to put those little bowls in there, man, they are talk about a pain in the balls.
So, you remind me of Bear. And patience. You just have to be patient about it. I think the trick is to have the radio at a particular angle so gravity drops it in there.
Wait till Perry gets working on one of them. He'll love that.
What, a Browning?
Yeah, Mark IV, they have idiot lights for the one side. You have on the transmitter, you got idiot lights on the one side, shows you what mode, and on the air, and on the opposite side you get the meter. But trying to get those freaking, those, you know, I don't think it's the lights getting the lights in there. It's trying to get the damn thing back in after you put the lights in.
Yeah, it's, some of them old rigs, man, can be a real pain, dude. You ever tried to string dial cord, like on an old receiver or something like that?
What was it?
You know that dial cord? They use it on old receivers to, say you have like a frequency, a set of frequencies, and there's a needle in the middle, and it like pulls the needle from side to side and shows you what frequency you're on. And they used to use dial cord for that. They use dial cord for changing bands in some of these old rigs.
Oh yeah, good luck with that.
It's a pain because they go around these tiny little pulleys, and of course it's behind the faceplate, and there's obviously not much room. So that could be a nightmare.
Can't pull a faceplate off of some of them?
Yeah, you could, but boy, oh boy, man, would that be a chore. I mean, the faceplate's the size of like my computer monitor.
Oh man.
I'm serious. I mean, like the front of a National NC303 receiver is 19 inches wide by, I don't know, I'd probably say 8 or 10 inches tall.
They're a nice receiver though when they're working right. I've seen a couple videos of them. I've seen videos of them guys in the Collins too, man. Some of the real old Collins, and oh man. And they're working right. You get somebody there who really knows what they're doing, and they're all rebuilt. They're a nice receiver. Really sound good for AM stuff.
I like that receiver for AM better than I like my SDR.
I don't know, man. My Washington, the new Washington Mobile I got, I like trying to hear the guys where you're at, Rocco, Cherry Bomb sometimes, Potato Head. Sometimes if they're not running power, I have a hell of a time pulling them out on a regular radio. I can pull them up on the Washington and actually hear them pretty good. They're low, but I can hear them. But that's got the NRC circuit and shit in it. But some of the other radios, like the Browning, I can't even hardly hear them. It's just they blend in with the white noise, and you just can't pull them out.
Really? Yeah, about that. You know what? I was just given a Washington the other day. A friend of mine in Wisconsin, Knockout. So I've been helping him build some stuff, and you know, spent quite a while on the phone with him over the past few months, and he was show his gratitude. He sent me a working Washington.
What, a base station?
Yeah, the older one, yeah.
Yeah, this is the mobile I'm talking about, the new mobile. Like I said, the AM mod is mediocre to me. Sideband's excellent, FM's excellent. The AM mod is a little low. Other than that, excellent receiver on it though. I give them that. They got a really good receiver. And you know, sometimes I can get a couple of my older radios to outperform the new stuff, but that one's kind of hard to beat. At least where I'm at. Maybe certain people where they're in different spots, they're higher. You know, like Chris would probably have it. It wouldn't even notice the difference because he's higher than me. But when I'm so low, and I got a lot of noise around me, I need everything I got to cut the noise out so I can hear. Like me and John will be sitting out here, and I'm like, John, you hear him talking? At first, sometimes they'll say yeah, and other times they're like, I don't hear nothing. Are you going crazy? I'm like, nah, I hear something talking out there, but I can't make what they're saying. I can't understand, you know, I hear something. Then it'll be like 10 minutes later, and you're like, oh, yeah. Remember you said there was something out there? I hear it now, I can make out what they're saying a little bit.
You hear voices still?
Yeah. Bob used to do the same shit. Bob, I'll be sitting there saying, he said the same thing Bob say all the time. I said, Bob, you hear them out there talking? I said, I'm going crazy. The voices are coming back in my head. Or is somebody out there? Like, I think you hear them voices again. Because I don't hear nothing. And then they'll say, remember you told me like 20 minutes ago you heard something? I think I hear something out there. Oh, okay, Bob.
Go get tacos. Go get tacos. You keep hearing it.
Dude, did you, get that, what the hell is that called now? It's a grilled burrito, I think, from Taco Bell. Oh, that thing is so good, man. They got like, it's almost like they got Doritos inside of it, and it's cheese, a bunch of cheese, and it's grilled. Oh, that thing is so freaking awesome.
I can't say I've had one of those, but I usually get, what are they, cheesy gordita crunch is what I get now that they got rid of the double-decker tacos. Good evening, John.
Yeah, I can't remember what the name is, but man, it is freaking good, man. I was a little skeptical about, I usually buy the same shit all the time. I'm usually not trying to go out of my comfort zone. And, I tried that, like, man, this freaking thing's pretty freaking awesome.
M4. Yeah, I can't say I've, I don't try too much new stuff there. I've had, what's the other one? Beefy 5-layer burrito's good. But my favorite of all time was the volcano burrito. You guys remember that?
What is it called? Volcano burrito?
Yeah, man. If they they got rid of it a while ago, but man, back in the late 2009, 2010, 2011, 2012, back then is like the last time I seen it.
Yeah, I never tried that one. They had that one, John. Remember that one we were getting? I know me and Bobby got it. It's an octagon thing, and I'm trying to remember if it's like a triple burrito or some shit. It was like an octagon thing, and they grilled it and had all these taco shells inside of it.
I don't know, but I don't sit too close to Bob when he's eating tacos.
Oh, man.
It's just scary.
I don't know. You weren't, that time we all got together and we were all eating tacos, you weren't doing too bad yourself. John stops and brings Taco Bell, and he comes in with like freaking, what was it, 4 large sodas or some shit? I'm like, dude, what the hell? You think I'm a camel?
Well,
he said, well, I kept hitting the button because it wasn't showing up, and then all this, I think he got like a big-ass order of tacos, too. He's like, man, they were really pissed because there was a shitload of tacos. Must have been some kind of delay on the push screen or something when I doing the app.
Yeah, that's fucking funny. Unfortunately for me, I do not have a good Taco Bell near me. I go to the one up on Baltimore Pike. It's like Bishop Avenue, Baltimore Pike, and Clifton Heights. And honest to God, it's every time or every other time I go there, they either screw my order up, or they forget something, or the Taco Bell's closed, or just KFC's closed, and Taco Bell's. There's always something going on at this place.
Dude, in an accident, I stopped there one time, and they actually had an authentic Mexican working in there, a Mexican lady. I was shit myself. I thought I ran into it wasn't a Taco Bell anymore, it was a full-fledged Mexican restaurant, because I'm like, I guess because Mexicans don't like Taco Bell, I don't know. They're Mexican, they do boiler work for me, and they dig Taco Bell. He said, yeah, it's not like real authentic Mexican, but it'll suffice. He's like, it's good shit. I was like, yeah. I just don't get why there ain't no Mexicans working in there. Like, I guess it's like, I don't know, like you're expecting to be there. Buenos dias! We got your order, sir!
That's working at the Italian restaurants.
You're brutal.
Well, that's like you going to like a Chinese restaurant and there's Italians in there. Like, what's wrong with this picture?
God, you're so fucking prejudiced.
That's like Darshan Bistro. Bistro. Do you believe that? the Asian cuisine with bistro at the end of it.
The bistro.
I would eat beef technically in any of their shit, right? It's pork and chicken. Or mystery meat.
Well,
Yeah, it's a mystery meat.
not a mystery meat, it's cats.
How about it, mystery meat? You got a copy break.
Yeah. It looks like the chicken's been I guess they boil that shit. It looks like it's been boiled. It don't even look like, I don't know. I had it, you know, you kind of try to overlook that shit. I get pork lamb meat. There was one up the street from my work that was really good. The prices are pretty good. She had pretty good food, but yeah, I didn't get the chicken. I always got the pork. But yeah, the chicken, you kind of try to not look at it too much because you're like, what is that?
They're cooked in a wok.
There's our chicken.
Squirrel's got pork.
In nature, just about tastes like chicken except for pork and beef. You know, squirrel tastes like chicken, rabbit tastes like chicken.
Oh, yes, yes. Very, very good. Tastes like dog.
Yeah, I don't think you see too many dogs in their cultures over there. In Korean shit. Like, oh, nothing to eat that? Oh, doggy. You know meal today.
They eat dogs, too, man. That's what my uncle told me.
They eat everything. If it moves, crawls, or anything, they eat it.
Then why not?
That's true. When you're hungry, you're hungry.
Just because we Americans have domesticated animals and anthropomorphized, is that? I don't know if that's the right word. But just because we have formed an attachment to those little creatures, the rest of the world, food chain, buddy. You're a dog, raise it, kill it, eat it. Yum.
Not to go on the other spectrum, but my daughter showed me yesterday this YouTuber she watches, and these people have this poop fetish, and you know, it's the one guy had put an advertisement out if he could get somebody to allow him access to their septic tank for a couple hours, and he would, I guess they would open it up. He would go inside the septic tank with his, looked like some kind of rubber-ass suit, and sit in there, and they would put the lid down.
That can be borderline toxic, like murder.
Yeah, because that's what I was telling her. I said, you know, that's like, no, and not only did he sit in the shit, he had this, you know, like the, dominatrix kind of fucking, you know, vinyl suit on. Like, he sticks his head underneath the shit. I'm like, what in the, like, I said, you gotta shut that shit off. I said, you know, I don't want to talk about poop, but damn, that's like, and you're going through all this shit, like, well, what's that, you know, when they shit on your chest, and they got people that like to be shit on, and they got people that like to eat shit out of someone's ass, and like, oh my God.
So is she into that, or is she just curious about it?
No, the guy she watches, he does anime, and she, you know, I guess he was just talking about the subject somehow. That was a subject for his not podcast, but his YouTube channel. And, you know, because there's people that, you know, what is that, when they fuck dead bodies, they bang dead bodies, or, you know, get the last hurrah in before they put them in the casket.
Necrophiliism. So, don't ask me how I knew that so quickly off the top of my head. Keep in mind that your daughter may be interested in that, and she's feeling you out. So, don't necessarily shut her down.
I didn't shut her down. I didn't want to hear about it. She just, you know, I was like, you know, it's just a guy that she watched. I've watched this guy before. People were ragging on that he did something for he did an animation with Taylor Swift. I forget what the guy's name is. She probably tell me I asked her. And he got a bunch of heat and stuff because he made fun of Taylor Swift. He's like, it was his friend, like, dude, you're gonna have like a ton of Swifties come after you. He's like, really? He's like, yeah, man. He's like, they defend her to the death. And I don't even know how he got on this subject, but there's like multiple different stages of this shit. But like, they had a picture of the dude, a video of the guy in this septic tank ducking underneath the shit. I'm like, and then he was like, well, this other guy, he supposedly dropped a ring in an outhouse and went inside the toilet, which is probably a bunch of bullshit. Went inside the toilet, the porta potty, the shit with the blue water, to retrieve the ring. And a girl went in there, and she seen two eyes looking at her from the toilet seat.
So again, Michael, don't necessarily, just because you don't want to hear about it, your daughter could be into that, reaching out to you. So, I don't know. My father did that to me and shut me down, and that was not a good experience. So, just remember, keep an open mind about stuff like that. Something to think about as they're growing up. If they're reaching out to you about stuff, they could be feeling you out. And instead of just saying, no, I don't want to hear about it, kind of play daddy and say, well, you know, it's not for me, but, you know, is it something that you're into? And let them know that you are open to them and you are somebody that they can go to. Holy crap, I almost might see, I sound too serious. I'm getting the fuck off the radio. I think I'm a grown-up or something.
Damn.
Yeah, you're starting to sound like your dad.
But you get what I'm saying.
I get what you're saying, Chris. I didn't shut her down. I usually watch the videos she brings up, but that one, like, you know, we always kid around because John always like, yeah, if it's about poop, Mike's in it. That was a little bit too much poop for me. When you're diving inside the porta potty, which I would just, I've seen some, all my maintenance years, all the shit I've seen. I mean, I can barely handle myself, let alone someone else's shit.
So tell us about the time the toilet seat was down.
Well, the guy was 45. He got caught twice. So he got caught once by this girl, and they I don't know if they arrested him. They charged him with, I'm trying to remember, they didn't charge him with, like, trying to see the girl or nothing. They charged him with, I don't know, it was rude conduct or something. I just would have been, what the you know, because you got all that, how the hell you get in there anyway? And all the blue shit's in there. Can you imagine me sitting in that, I don't even know what that blue shit is they put in there, that stuff, but you imagine that? Like, what the freak?
You know, Mike, you can say fuck.
That's true. But I got my kids might come up, so I'm trying to be, you know, trying to be fair. I don't know. I'm more concerned about how fast you knew what that effing the dead bodies was.
I'll never tell.
All the shit aside, I was more concerned about that. But I wasn't trying to shut you down, but I was just concerned you went so fast.
I am on a few kinky websites, and that is a kink that comes up, and, oh man, there was this one person, he, fucking gorgeous, everything I wanted, but, that was his fetish, and I was like, yeah, sorry, ain't gonna work.
Yeah, it's not like you walk around and you find just dead bodies laying around, like, oh, geez, he's still fresh.
Really?
Yeah, she ain't got. Wait, she rigor mortis hasn't even said it. I think you still got one left in you.
Oh, brother. Oh, You're live streaming this, aren't you, Perry?
What?
You're live streaming this?
Yeah.
Poop. Literally.
Oh, I bet you this one will get over 500 hits.
Yeah.
Man, what I meant, I've been like staring off into space, reading something, man. I wasn't even paying attention.
Wait till you roll that one back and listen to that the second time around.
Oh, man.
Yeah, you may not want to.
I think Ricky's in there. Is that you, Ricky, trying to break in there?
No, I'm not. I'm just breaking the hell of it for my sinus. Yeah, I'm back. I just walked in the door.
Roger. Yeah, talking about breaking wind, geez. I've been breaking, I made some goulash, man. Holy shit, I've been farting, man, for 2 days straight. Oh, look, we even got Jack in here. Holy shit, you talk about shit and dead bodies. Jack shows up.
Oh, brother.
Oh, man. I was calling for you today, Jack. I didn't get a reply. I figured, you know, you just didn't want to talk to me no more. I don't care about you. I only care about your radio, Mike. I don't give a rat's ass if you die tomorrow. That's right. Oh, John.
Michael.
John, how many times have you heard Montana?
Oh, I don't know how many. I've heard them a lot.
I thought that was one of the states. I haven't heard Montana that much.
No, it was the Dakotas. I didn't hear the Dakotas. This year they've been coming in a lot, but before that I never heard them.
No, I never heard them that much, but I really don't hear Montana that much either.
And you won't hear no California.
Why is that, Rick?
We'll burn down to the ground.
Oh, man.
Oh.
That's not right. It did, though.
You know, all them fire guys are all jacking off looking at that video.
Oh, my God, Mike.
Skyman, there's a whole Pacific Ocean that they're not using.
You're brutal.
Mike?
Yeah, because you know why? Because they ran out of water. They said they were opening a hydrant. You imagine a fire guy to open a hydrant and no water comes out? He probably is devastated.
I've always wondered if firemen are chronic bedwetters.
Oh, man. Yeah, they're pretty muffed up. I don't know, the last time I seen anything about it was, I guess, break time today, and they were saying Los Angeles was getting covered over with, it was jumping the highway, actually.
Come on, Jack.
Yeah, now right,
Come on, Jack.
7-ish, Santa Monica is now on the list.
I heard Malibu, like, burnt to the ground.
Yeah, Malibu was burnt down, and, yeah, Los Angeles, but they had no water. I guess you guys control a line in the ocean, but I guess it might screw the pumps up that salt water.
10-4. Good evening to Jack, even though I can't hear you. But good evening, sir.
Throw a hose in there. That's what you need to do, 21. Throw a hose in it.
Well, yeah, but that's salt water, Rick. That's not fresh water. That might screw your pumps up.
Yeah, I know. But it's probably the only reliable source right now at the moment. Even Goldberg, what's his name, Mahoney, they even talked to Mahoney from Police Academy, I think it was yesterday they talked to Mahoney.
Mahoney?
Yeah, the Goldberg or Ginsberg, whatever his name is, that played Mahoney in Police Academy.
Oh. I only remember the chick in that, the chick with the big tits.
Oh, you're talking about Samantha Fox?
No, Samantha Fox.
Yeah, she's very healthy on the upper end.
Samantha Fox wasn't in the Police Academy.
I know. I just the name to throw out there. She's pretty healthy for herself.
Samantha Fox.
Yeah, she's from London.
I didn't know she even had big tits. I think she was a porn star, wasn't she, Samantha Fox?
Exactly. I know, because I had my parents' trailer, my bedroom at my parents' beach house was nothing but her all on my walls, and some tasty pictures were still hanging up after I joined the fire company.
And many pages of her were stuck together.
Did you masturbate while you were looking at Samantha Fox?
I was waiting to see where that was going there, Chris.
Ricky?
Yeah?
Were you masturbating looking at Samantha Fox, thinking about getting in her little snatchy cootie thing there?
Well, I was going to be level with all you guys. She was my dream girl. If I ever went over England and bumped into her, she would have been my dream girl there. 10-4?
Rick said them posters will never come off the wall ever.
Well, we did. After I joined Claymont Fire Company, I did nothing but fire company at the beach house. After I joined Claymont.
So you go from watching porno to fire trucks now.
Well, at the beach, yeah. And then what I did save at one point till I did save the book of her of the healthy areas in the Garden of Eden, as they say, and then after my parents' thing, my parents got sick. I grabbed the book and they said pack everything what you got. So I did brought it home and I lost it or misplaced it. I don't know what I did with it, but yep, that's what she was. She was my dream girl, and she's the same age as me.
You couldn't see too much because most of the pages are all stuck together, but I don't know. I just kind of left it there for a memento.
Yeah.
So wait a minute, Ricky.
Yeah, Chris.
You're telling us that you used to masturbate while looking at...
Holy shit, man.
This channel's X-rated.
Fire company, and pictures of...
Oh, my lord.
Trucks went up on you.
Just the mere thought of that makes me want to throw up.
Fire trucks? Did you get one of those calendars that had the beefy men in them?
It was just Samantha Fox. So I joined the fire company, then her stuff came down on the walls, and then the fire trucks went up, and then I put, for safekeepings, I put her in my closet till after my parents got sick in the beach house. We had sold the beach house, then I grabbed all her stuff and brought her home here.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
And did you continue masturbating when you put the pictures of fire trucks on the wall?
Hey, Chris, was she a physical being there of airness?
I don't know.
He put her in the closet, so evidently she was more than just a piece of paper.
He had one of those dolls. Did you have one of those blow-up dolls? Did somebody from China make a Samantha Fox blow-up doll to where you can give it to her anywhere you want?
Jesus Christ. Should I pause the stream?
Nori.
At least she was always surprised to see Ricky.
No comment.
Samantha, do you like fire trucks too? I see you do. Big Daddy's gonna give you a fire truck right now. I'll put out your fire.
Grabbing those big hoses. Hey, baby. I got something to put out your fire. You're so smoking hot. We'll get that bush under control.
Would you say, Chris, you're going to give her portion control?
I don't know what I said.
It's not big right now, but it will be soon.
Grab that big old fire hose off the truck and put her smoking bush under control.
I bet you Ricky took the fire truck pictures with the fire trucks and cut Samantha Fox and stuck her in the fire truck.
Oh, you know? Oh, no, never mind.
There you go, you smoking hot bitch. Now you can be inside the fire truck where Ricky wants you. Oh, man. Thanks, Rich. Rick, that was funny, dude. My belly hurts now.
A good laugh. Use something like that.
Imagine that. You imagine the surprise of the people that bought that freaking trailer and went in that room where Samantha fucking inside the closet still.
What's that tape that they have? I don't know, miracle tape, or that tape you can stretch and put on?
I know, does it clear stuff?
Yeah, that stuff holds nothing to what Ricky has.
Oh, God.
Tape.
Oh, God.
Brutal.
You know what, to be honest with you, Rick, you really should be doing education for kids, because Ricky picks the nicest words to explain shit. He explained her body in like 4 different ways so nicely. The woman would never get offended. Well, her private party areas were, you know, out there, you know.
Her private party.
Private party areas were available, so when I opened it up, I kind of seen them, but I quickly closed it because I didn't want her to be offended. You taping all this, Perry?
Yeah.
Oh man, I have to go back and see. I gotta write the words down to Ricky. I'll have to use it next time. You know, some woman that I have a woman that's highly hard to deal with, and say I gotta use these Rick words because they work.
Oh boy.
You hear Jack down here, Perry? A little weak Jackie.
I hear him in there. I don't know what he's saying though.
He said, "Can you hear me?"
What do you say, yo? Hi. Hold on. Let me swing the house. It's all for you, Jack.
Watch, because Perry's not gonna be able to hear you. With 50 watts, you gotta run 100.
I'm spinning the house for him.
Wow, really? Your module's real low though. What'd you do, turn your mic gain down again? Are you talking in the front of it?
Would you rather him talking to the back end?
Well, that's what I thought he was talking in. I mean, you know, it was a little confusing with Ricky giving out a story about Samantha Fox, which I don't know where the hell that came from, but because she wasn't even in police academy. But okay, well, we got a whole story out of that.
Wow.
Alright, where you at, Jack?
Right here, big guy. How about you?
Alright, I can hear you now. Can you hear me?
Yeah, got you loud and proud.
10-4 driver. You hear me, Mike?
I got you, flat cider.
Yeah. You hear me, Chris?
Yeah, gotcha.
Ricky?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
Howard, you'll eventually turn vertical.
Yeah, there you go.
Mm-hmm.
Man, but now, man, alright. I want to go back to the vertical.
Samantha Fox to doing the Swedish, yeah, I put out.
Hey, Barry, did you hear all that thing about Ricky's fetish with...
Hello.
The tubes were still warming up just at the tail end of it. Oh, you missed a good one. You missed a good one.
Perry, what's your video gate? Bear, I would highly suggest that you go and listen to the video gate. Start from the necrophilia. So it started out with Mike's daughter was getting into poop, and then necrophilia kind of came into the picture. And then we talked about the California fires, and then somehow or another the police academy got brought into it, and then Samantha Fox and Ricky telling us how he didn't masturbate to the Samantha Fox specifically, but then he took her pictures down and then put up the fire truck pictures and started whacking off to them. And then I think that's kind of the cliff notes of the conversation of the past 20 minutes.
What the fuck? Ah, what the, you know what?
I was just concerned how fast Chris come up with that necrophiliac. He just like, hey, he didn't even think about it. I said it, and he just like...
Mike, there's a dark side of me that nobody knows about.
The AM window, Chris. The AM window on YouTube.
There, you got a copy on Perry? The AM window on YouTube.
Alright, copy that. With AM window on YouTube. Alright, I'll check that out.
It's got about 1,000 hits on it right now.
Holy crap.
No, not yet.
Wow.
Yeah, all the ones he does of the local Philly talk, like he just puts local Philly talk on there, and the numbers just...
Yeah, that's true though. All the local ones are pretty popular.
They used to put camera radio stuff up there. They don't even compare to the stuff that the Philly stuff gets.
It's true.
And then we start talking about pooping and numbers go in a negative direction.
Especially when you turn back and climb it into a shithole and enjoying it. With your rubber suit.
I mean, I drive shit boxes. What's the difference between a shit box and a shit hole?
That's true. That's true. Well, weren't we talking one time before, Chris? There's guys that go into, I don't know, but septic tanks, they I don't know if they have to clean them out or something they got to do on it. They have a whole suit they go inside the thing, and they get paid like, I don't know, they get paid a shitload of money to do that. Because, you know, something goes in that space, you can't suck water out of shit.
A shitload of money? Boom, boom.
There's guys you pay. I don't know if they go into like where they process water, and I guess they gotta do something to clean the drain out of the bottom. I don't know. Probably shit gets clogged in the drain. Probably all the corn. But yeah, they get paid a lot of money to go down there because if if something happens with the suit, it fills up with shit. You can't breathe, and then you're pretty much they're gonna be dragging you back by the hose.
Well, if you think about it, realistically, if you put a scuba suit on, there's no difference between diving in a big septic tank full of shit and blue stuff than there is diving in the ocean. It's all self-contained. When you're 100 feet down, you couldn't risk having a puncture in your suit because it'd get all bloaty up and stuff like that. So, yeah. So we can compare the shit swimmers to scuba divers, scuba shitters, shitka divers.
I'm waiting for Ricky to give us another reference from Smith Fox. What was her song? She had that in the 80s there. I know she did a song with KDF. Is it KDF?
I wanna be shit on you, or shit by you, and nobody else but you. Boop, 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 boop. I know, that was I Wanna Be Loved by You.
You got some serious problems on your Perry.
It's alright. It's alright, man.
He's like, it's no worse than 15.
Nah, that place is a shit show.
Oh, man.
Like Channel 15?
It's all that shit.
Yeah, this is a whole Q show about shit.
Oh, man.
By who?
Nah, I'm just messing. Nah, man, I enjoy every channel I go on. I try to make my rounds and spread myself around, talk to everybody, man.
So, I noticed this with Perry. Like, if you watch his live stream, you can tell if he's there or not, because you'll start seeing the cursor move around, you'll start seeing the track for the frequency start moving back and forth.
Yeah, I'll start messing with shit, because I can't sit still.
Like he's trying to find, a new channel.
Yeah, well, Well, this stream is just the FT-101, so there's no fancy SDR stuff tonight.
Thank you for tuning in to this evening's episode of How Fucked Up Is Fucked Up. It is all fucked up.
That's right, and this is fucking the series finale, or excuse me, the series, what's the first one?
You gotta name that one the Philly Shit Show.
Yeah, but I was proper with it. I made it old radio night in Philly.
And I'm going to give you some kudos, buddy. You sound good tonight. Sweetheart, I always sound good.
That's true. That's true. You're on a tram, so you definitely sound good. Chris, what are you running? You running the tram?
I am running your tram, yes.
I knew there was the reason why you guys are so freaking good.
I'm just running junk.
We know that.
What are you on, Jack? Good evening, Bear. Leadfoot waving. Leadfoot number 2 waving.
Yeah, I'm on a 2950 DS.
10-4. I guess that's a classic now.
Yeah, well, the radio's not that classic, but the guy on it is.
Classic, he's an antique.
That's true.
He's so old, his birthstone is cold.
I want to go over there and give him my Antron 99.
Did you say Chris when he checked that cold because he's so old?
No, I said, so, Curry, if... I told Jack this, that if he wanted an antenna up on his roof, we would all be over there donating parts to get a real antenna up on his roof. Perry's got the 99. We need some coax. We need a tripod. All you gotta do is say the word, Jack. And what I said, Mike, is Jack is so old his birthstone is coal.
Got to watch dirt be invented.
Oh, man.
I got coax too.
Yeah, Perry's like, he's AKA Coax Kid now.
Yeah, if anybody needs jumpers or coax, man, just let me know. I got enough LMR 400 of every type jumper for the next 20 years.
Did you ever get Frito straightened out over there? I thought I heard Wagon Master saying something he blew his shit up again. Blew up the tram mobile.
No. He didn't blow up nothing. No, he's fine. He's all straight. Everything's back to normal. He hasn't even hooked the tram up yet.
Oh, man.
Well, apparently he tried hooking it up to one morning and he couldn't get it to work.
There's only 2 wires, 3, well, coax and two hookups for power, right?
Frito.
That's true, yeah. But, I mean, I figure with all the years of his gracing the airways and all that knowledge he has.
Frito.
I love it. Nah, man, but so I gotta get over there and try to hook that thing up for him. But no, everything's good now. His feed line's fixed. His noise level's back to normal. He can hear everybody great, so he's having a ball.
10-4, good for him.
Well, I don't know why he's never on the radio.
Well, you know, he's old now. He's not young no more. He's really old. Actually, he's older than Jack. So, I mean, that's a feat in itself right there. I think he's 75, 78. I think you said he's 78.
78.
What are you, Jack, 75? Oh, man. You ain't no 33. I've seen you walk. You don't walk like a 33-year-old.
You said 73. But, at least he's not pulling a Jack Benny for all of you old folk out there and saying, I'm 39.
One look at him, I can tell he wasn't 39.
I had Timmy, of all people, the other day tell me I look like shit.
Who told you you look like shit?
Timmy, at the shop.
Timmy told you you look like shit?
Yeah, I was like, yeah, because I was like, he was asking me how old I was. We were like talking about how old we were. I don't know why. I was like, yeah, I'm not even 40 yet, man, but I'm close. And he's like, really? I thought you were like in your 50s. I was like, damn. He's like, yeah, you were ridden hard and put away wet.
Oh, man, listen to Timmy. Timmy can't make his mind up. He wants to do a clean face, a beard, a partial beard, underneath the chin cleanup job. It's like every time I see him, I'm like, dude, why do you keep shaving it off? Just leave it on if you want it.
Yeah. Because it's like it keeps going to that in-between stage, and it's, yeah.
I should have said, Timmy, you're so fucking ugly. You'd make Ray Charles flinch.
Yeah, I didn't want to hurt the guy's feelings, so I just kind of laughed it off.
Oh, man.
You know, I'm a changed man, Mike.
Yeah, I bet you after that, yeah, that'll really, yeah. Well, at least it came from a dude, not from a chick, so it's not that bruising.
Yeah, that's true. I think.
I like that outlook.
But I don't know, when your friends call you, they look like shit. I guess it, you know, they're like kids. They tell the truth. Hey, you literally look like shit. Oh, thanks. Thanks, Bob.
Yeah, appreciate it there.
Okay, like when you was a kid. Do I look okay? Really, Dad, you look like shit.
Yeah, now you look like a retard.
Yeah, you look like you're semi-retarded.
Actually, from your big ass head.
Yeah, right? See? Damn it, Timmy!
Yeah, it's like, if you want an honest answer, just ask the kid. He'll tell you flat out. I think you look retarded. You look like you've been sucking on some silver cans too long.
Smell like Pop-Pop's basement.
Oh my God.
You smell like Pop Pop.
You smell like mothballs, like Grandma's house.
Mothballs and cigars.
Oh, man.
Just look at you and I can hear the hum of a fluorescent light.
Flickering.
Yeah, flickering light.
Smell the ashtray from here.
You know you're getting old when you start unplugging all your shit. My grandma would unplug everything except for the TV. That was the only thing she didn't unplug, but everything else. She's like, what are you unplugging it for? It could start a fire. How is it going to start a fire? It's not even on.
Dude, my mom does the same shit. Mike, she comes over to my house when I don't know, like she'll come drop off dinner or something, and my coffee pot, every time she unplugs my goddamn coffee pot, she unplugs my microwave.
I mean, there are some appliances that do trickle, what do they call that, trickle energy consumption, and probably is a good idea. I mean, well, coffee maker you use every day, but I guess if you unplugged a lot of the shit you don't use, how much energy you would save in that trickle, that, what do they call that, phantom trickle electricity?
Your TV, to hell. I can think of necrophilia right off the top of my head, but I can't think of TV box. The Comcast box, that thing never shuts off, and that's like, it's on all the time and draws a fair amount of power.
Yeah, well, yeah, I guess she's not worried about the fire. It's more so the energy savings, because that's what she does at her place, and she swears by it, man. She unplugs lots of stuff, and, you know, she's pretty frugal with her money, and, you know, does well with keeping their bills down, so maybe I should listen.
So I cut the cable, cut the cord, and I was actually thinking about getting one of those smart power strips and start shutting things down and seeing if that makes any difference, because everything, like your chargers, your phone chargers, even the RCI radios, a lot of your radios, when you turn the power switch off, that transformer's still on, powering the radio. All you've done is shut off the circuitry to the receiving board. That power supply is still humming away. And there's all kinds of shit like that.
Yeah, 10-4. I have these outlets. I forget who makes them. But they, their Wi-Fi outlets I control from my, BN Link makes them. That's the name of the company. And, they, yeah, and they also monitor how much, you know, monitor power usage. So you can see how much that little charger is using, you know, when it's not, and not as, you know, when nothing's pulling a load on it or things like that. And I have 4 of them here, and I never thought about doing that to see, you know, what things draw when they're off.
BM as in bowel movement?
No. Bravo November.
Okay. Hey, Bear, how much power do your sex toys use when you're not using them?
I don't know.
My grandmother used to say bowel movement, and when I was a kid, it used to creep me out. She'd be like, hey, did you go BM before you get in the pool? That's what she would say. She would say BM. You gotta go BM? Now, come on, Grandma, really?
Oh, man. That man.
I know, BM, like, well, you know, something I'll always remember.
Come on, Grandma, get with the times. Just ask me if I take a shit.
Sheesh. Let me, oh yeah, I'm currently drawing 263 watts, 263.5 watts, from this outlet. That's the one well, I thought it was the one I was talking on. Maybe it's not. What the hell's drawing so much power on that thing?
Holy crap, and we were talking about... and weren't we just talking about, Tom? Tired old man?
I know. Stop it. Look, man, it's past happy hour. It's 9:30, and I don't have to work tomorrow. Give me a break.
Good break.
Is there a breaker out there?
Yeah, I don't know. Somebody just asked for a break.
Break me off a piece of that cake, God boy. Where'd you go, John?
Right here.
Okay, hi.
Yeah, just listening to the back and forth. Sounds like it did a few years ago, Mike.
So, John.
Yo.
Let me ask you a question. What surprised you the most? The fact that I knew that what necrophilia was off the top of my head. The fact that Ricky masturbates to fire trucks. Or the fact that Bear has overloaded his power meter by his sex toys.
Well, none of it surprises me.
See, that's an MVP right there.
I think, Jack, you are our honorary misfit. Period.
Oh, man.
What about you? Can I do anything else while I'm down there?
Actually, I'm coming over pretty good on that damn Yeasu. I was actually surprised. I'm doing pretty good.
On what Yeasu?
Well, that's what he's taping us on. He's taping us off the Yeasu.
forgot about that. Yeah, we should probably watch what we're saying. Shouldn't be saying fuck, piss, shit, or what are the 7 words you can't say on TV?
I don't know. John would know that because John always mentions George Carlin. Yeah.
Shit, fuck, whore, cocksucker, ass-licker, necrophilia.
Yep.
Right there.
Shit, piss,
Jesus
fucker, and tits.
Yes.
Christ. We think we were in, like, 1st grade.
So life is cyclical. You end up, early in life, happy that you just don't piss yourself, and then by the time you grow up and get old, and by the time you're our age, you're just happy that you don't piss yourself. And same goes with our personality and jokes, I guess. I don't know. So, Perry, somebody keyed up on you. What were the 7 words you can't say on TV?
Into the world wearing a diaper, go out of the world wearing a diaper.
Yeah, the diapers, man. I could go for a diaper in about a half hour. I might need one.
I learned this from John. Never trust a fart.
It all depends.
Mike hasn't learned that yet.
Right. I thought, you thought you have control over your body, but evidently not. No, I wouldn't wear no Depends.
I did that once at night. I thought I don't know, I farted and I ended up shitting myself in bed. That was not fun. Oh, dude, how could you forget something like that?
No, the ultimate, Jack, is you laying in bed, shitting, thinking it might be a solid, and it turns out to be a runny mess, and you're trying to run the basketball, it's overflowing out of your underwear. And it won't stop.
Picture that in the morning. Oh, what the hell is that? Who did an oil change?
Yeah, like a trail, and you gotta clean all that. You'd be like that guy down there in the freaking, in the porta potty, that's playing in this shit.
Or what's even worse is when you're having a dream that you think is so true that, oh yeah, I'm taking a pee, but yeah, I'm allowed to pee, but you're actually dreaming and you wake up and like, fuck, I was dreaming.
Oh, man. Dreaming about peeing. Man, I'll tell you.
You've never had to take a pee in the middle of the night. No, you're getting up there. Oh, fuck.
No, I've had to take a piss in the middle of the night, but I've never had a dream about taking a piss. Never dreamed about dead people laying around near me and I'm like, oh man, she's got one left in her. That'll be Chris's dream tonight there, Perry. Be like, man, there was all these dead people and they were just fresh. They're like they just dropped.
Oh man, well, you guys are all coming in good, man. I had to switch back to the vertical. You guys weren't even really giving me any signals on the flat side there, and I could really hear Jack a lot better, but you guys were kind of down there.
Oh man.
Doesn't it mean that I fuck dead people?
Oh, I seen them, and I did them.
What, dead people?
Oh, okay, that's where okay, now it's all clicking.
What's clicking?
The whole the necrophiliac thing. Okay, it's all coming back to me.
It's all coming back to you? Like necrophilia was a part of your past? Perry, so tell us. Lay down on the couch. So.
No, man, you remember... earlier when I was like, I come back, I'm like, what are you guys staring off into space, reading something, and I come back to hearing about dead people getting screwed.
Perry's like, it's like Perry's rolling back. Well, in my previous life, I was an undertaker for the dead plague people, and I'm like, God, she had so much potential.
Cold Ethel, cold Ethel.
She warmed right up next to that fire, though. He said,
Hold on to me tight there, girl. You'll never get cold around me. I got a warm staff.
Big girl gone?
I'm your doll.
Can't let this go to waste now, can we?
Well, actually, what was it, in the early 1800s or something, they had guys, grave robbers would go and steal body parts and dead people, and they would do Frankenstein shit, I guess, with them.
Wait, say that again?
I think I seen some on the show one time. They had grave robbers who would go, they would bury the guy or lady, and then they would dig him back up, and they would, I guess that's so they could find out the anatomy. They would remove body parts or, strip them down or whatever. I guess see how the body worked and shit. They were dead. They weren't gonna complain or nothing.
Well, yeah. So that's why that's why caskets are buried 6 feet in the ground, because it makes it very, very difficult for a grave robber to lift a dead body 6 feet out of the ground. There's no, aside from a tradition that started in England, and I don't know how the fuck I know this kind of crap. But anyway, so there's no, real sanitary reason, they're gonna come up, or, the worms go in, the worms go out, the worms go in her little snatchy twat, or whatever. Yeah, it's just so the grave robbers back in the day, because you're right, Mike, they didn't know a whole lot about the anatomy, so doctors would pay the grave robbers a fair amount of money to go get a corpse so they could slice them open and, and see how the muscles were put together and all of the other kind of parts, and probably get a little giggity in there too while they were at it.
Well, they buried them deep, too, to keep the coyotes and wolves from digging them back up.
Pirates, they buried them 8 feet because they stunk worse than the rest.
Now, it's because of coyotes and wolves.
What, because they'll dig farther than 4 feet?
No, they would dig the bodies up on the shallow grave. Coyotes and wolves would dig the bodies up.
Oh, man. Imagine that, man, to get to heaven, like, yeah, well, did you get a burial? Yeah, they buried me a short grave, and some damn wolf and bear ate my ass. Dug me the hell up and ate me, man, and I had to watch the whole time they were rubbing down on me. They ate everything. There was nothing but sticks and bones.
Damn dog picked my pecker off.
And holes. Want to see my pecker? Hold on, I got it in my pocket.
Here it goes. Down there in that doggy's mouth. Yeah, because, what is it, Da Vinci did the whole, I think he had broken all the body parts, and they were intricately detailed, like Chris said. I guess he must have got grave robbers to pull bodies up, and he was able to draw pictures of the whole body, the circulatory system and all that, and all the nerves and everything.
Have you ever been down to the Mutter Museum in Philly?
Been down to where?
The Mutter Museum.
Mutter Museum? You will definitely have to explain that, because that has a bunch of connotations. Is that in the neighborhood?
No, so nobody's been to the Mutter Museum nor heard of it? It's all seriousness?
No, I have heard of it. I've never been there. That's with the oddities and stuff?
Correct, and they have bodies there that, from back in the day that they used to observe and study the nervous system. They have basically a body that's just the nerves. They have animals that are that way, things in jars, anything weird medically you can imagine, it's there.
Elephant Man's there, ain't he?
Yes, Elephant Man's there, and it's downtown Philly, right in Center City.
Elephant Man's there, and the dog that ate Elephant Man after he buried him.
Yeah, and ate his pecker. Yeah, he ate the pecker. That's funny. I said ate the pecker, and I immediately lost 3 viewers.
Pecker. Talk to you later, Jack. Good hearing you in there.
Have a good night, 21.
Yeah, see you later, Jack. Don't shit yourself.
See you, Jack. And I have coax, an Antron 99, and a tripod over here. I'll see you. Alright, so let me know. Take care. Have a good night.
Well, we're still going strong, Chris, so whatever he did must have worked, 'cause he's working like a champ now.
What'd you do? Just wiggle the, did you just wiggle your cinch?
I wiggled the cinch, I pulled it out, checked to make sure it was clean, and I shoved it back in the hole, and she seemed to be okay. She did a little bit, and I kind of moved it back and forth, and then she made a proper connection.
Gotta love a clean cinch.
Cinch with the clinch! Hold on, let me get my fortified, so I got that on the gate, my major ping.
Hold on, real quick. Jeremy Whiteley commented, y'all got a weird conversation going on tonight, LOL.
Oh yeah, you know that thing. You're gonna see that tally up all viewed. It's gonna be way. I think the highest one you got is at 500 and some. You're gonna see that way surpass that one.
I know, especially with this topic. If I put it like edit the description, oh.
You're gonna be like a Dr. Phil podcast.
Yeah, right. For necrophiliacs.
Yeah, all the freaks are gonna be commenting on that. Like, you know, I heard from a friend that told me you guys were talking about necrophiliac and Samantha Fox at the same time and the shitter. And I was thinking to myself, that's a good ass term right there. That's party.
Come on.
All the theme.
So wait until Samantha Fox dies and then do a little bit of necrophiliism in her shitter?
Oh, come on, man.
That's probably got to be... I don't know what to say after that.
Then when I got done, I called the fire truck brigade up and we hosed her ass down and cleaned her all out. She's all clean now.
That was a quiet truck ride home.
Good thing my page isn't monetized.
Oh, man.
Yeah, don't they like, whatchamacallit, don't those YouTube, like, take your money if you curse or something? Well, if you make money on YouTube, if you curse, they unmonetize you or something, demonetize you?
Yeah. There's a guy up in Alberta, Canada I watch, and
There's breastfeeding cows on there, and that's vaccine even though they're trying to do it. Like blood check shows, they tell you how to breastfeed.
being monetized.
She just shows that kid sucking on her titty. You're just kind of like watching it. Don't tell me how I got on, watching YouTube titty sucking. Well, shit. But anyway, they let that go on. I'm sure they get their money for it.
You and Bear butting heads there for a little bit, and when he unkeyed, the first thing I heard was sucking on a titty.
Yeah, so I'd actually like to hear both conversations. Mike, could you repeat yourself? And Bear, hang on a second.
Well, he was saying about cursing and Mike deduct money, but they have videos on YouTube of chicks getting their titties sucked. But it doesn't explain to you how to breastfeed or nothing. Just them getting their titties sucked out.
Yeah, they have them videos on there. They also have like full, like nude videos on there too. It's really weird. But yeah, go ahead, Bear.
Yeah, Bear, it's all yours. What do you got, buddy?
What were you saying about somebody in Canada?
So YouTube is a strange mistress when it comes to like videos that contain a lot of swearing, especially if it's a lot of swearing condensed into a period of time. There's somebody I watch, he's a automotive person up in Alberta, Canada, and they do the same thing because, well, he's a very foul-mouthed, he got sailor and tow truck driver mouth pretty much. But he does some interesting stuff, but his swearing when he began on YouTube, they were actually demonetizing him, and now he got someone go through and edit his videos and they like censor him out, and that kind of gets him back into being monetized by YouTube again. You're probably doing just fine until like we started talking about the 7 words you can't say on television, and that's probably where if they said you got demonetized, that's probably it.
Well, wait a minute. Let's back this up. Is there a difference between the tow truck driver and the truck driver, the way they talk?
Mike, up. Zip ties and bias plies.
No. I'm just trying to figure out if a tow truck driver has a worse mouth than a truck driver.
He's up there. I was focused on more of the angry foul-mouthed language you'd get from either a sailor or a tow truck driver, because tow truck driver do it a whole bunch of different bullshit.
Yeah, I could be a tow truck driver.
How the hell did you get down there? What were you thinking?
And I'd like to know why saying fuck-face shit whore would be demonetized, but we're perfectly it's perfectly fine talking about masturbating to fire trucks and hoses and doing deep dives and shit and all other kinds of poop and shit.
Oh my god.
And we're dreaming about a shit and dreaming about pee. So I have to correct myself. But Mike, eventually that will happen to you when you have to pee. You will, in your peeing and having to pee, and if you're lucky, you'll wake up and say, oh, I gotta pee. If not, you'll be dreaming, oh, okay, I'm allowed to pee, and pee.
What the hell are you talking about?
Girl, it's better when you open your mouth.
I'm lost here, but yeah, can we ease up on the cursing? I mean, seriously, because now it's just like you're doing it on purpose. It's kind of, come on, man.
Oh, fuck.
I mean, seriously, though, it's just like every other word for like the last 3 transmissions has been that. So, I mean, please.
Well, you can't see me shaking my fist angrily, so I gotta word it around it.
Oh, man.
I wasn't talking about you, Bear. You weren't cursing, really. But anyway, no, you guys do what you want to do. But I just, okay.
It's all good. I was just being a drama queen and just keeping it fun.
You look like a drama queen.
Yes, he does. Especially with that new haircut.
Smells like Teen Spirit.
His vehicle, he's a drama queen.
And that new haircut doesn't help.
Oh, he got a new haircut?
Yeah, he got all his locks chopped off.
So he's got a mullet?
Worse.
Where's the leak at, ma'am?
I was expecting to see a little bit of eyeshadow.
Oh, man. He did that for Big Girl.
That's bad.
Is she cheating on State Trooper?
Yeah, I don't know. I guess you gave up on Big Girl. I thought she was nice.
No, I don't know, man. It's like them two. She's got like a thing for him or something. Every time I'm down on 15 and she's on there, they're going back and forth, and she's looking for him or he's looking for her.
Oh, man. I'm sure she's a beaut.
Anybody know if she's on Facebook?
I never really went to, you know what, I actually, after Ricky said about Samantha Fox, I kind of searched her up real quick. about Samantha Fox?
The striking similarities.
Oh yeah, I'm sure they look almost alike. Samantha Fox and Big Girl. He's a unit. You're more than I thought you were going to be. I dated a girl from the radio. She actually was way better looking than I expected.
Yeah, she's a hottie, man. She's a fox.
Who? Big Girl?
No.
Oh, Samantha Fox? Well, I don't know. She's same age as Rick. So Rick's like 62, like senior citizen's age. So, I don't know. Now she got work done. I haven't looked at her for a long time. I was talking about the girl from, he said, the girl that was in the pool in one of the videos. I forget what her name is. She don't look too bad. She's in her 70s now, I think. I thought he said I never seen Samantha Fox at Police Academy, no, so I don't know where that came from. I guess he was reminiscing or flashbacking.
You're talking about what's her name from what was the name of that movie? She comes out, she's got the red swimsuit on, she comes out and takes her top off.
Cheryl Tits.
Yeah, she's one of the instructors at the Police Academy.
Oh, okay, that might be. I haven't seen all the Police Academy movies.
Leslie Easterbrook, that's her name. Leslie Easterbrook.
No, it was either Cheryl Tiggs or no, it was the very famous person that, oh God, I can't think of it. I know what you're talking about. She was in a red swimsuit, very popular. Not sure. Hell.
Kim Cattrall.
Phoebe Cates.
Who?
Kim Cattrall.
No, I was talking about Phoebe Cates. She's the one with I'm trying to find the name of the movie, but she's in like the red bikini. And the dude's like whacking off, and she like comes over and like takes her top off. Animal House? Not Animal House, is it?
Animal House, man, you're really going back now.
Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Yes, that's what it was.
Well, that's definitely not PG rated.
Yeah, nah, that wasn't a PG movie. Oh yeah, here it is.
Doesn't anybody ever knock anymore?
Farrah Fawcett is the most popular red swimsuit poster ever. Ever! I almost said I got a pudgy butt now.
She only did one, did she?
That was enough. That one swimsuit poster, it just went bananas.
Well, I mean, she was, I guess she was okay before Bionic Man got a hold of her.
Talking about giggity, giggity, giggity.
Yeah, giggity.
She made Charlie's Angels.
I know, it's funny they say that Mustang 2 was the worst, but that car in 78, 77, I guess, I don't know, 76, but that was the hottest, that was the most sold car I think they made, Mustang. Besides the original one.
One.
You had one, John?
Yep, had a Mustang 2 fastback. Didn't have any power steering, no power brakes. 4 on the floor.
Wasn't a Cobra, right? Cobra 2?
Nope, Mustang 2.
Yeah, they weren't the best looking vehicles.
My dad told me years ago, the cops out by the hospital, the state troopers used to have one to chase cars with, which I don't know how much of a chase that was because they weren't really powerful.
What, they had a Mustang 2?
Yeah, Mustang 2 Cobra. They were chased, they were doing, I guess, speed patrol with it.
I remember back in the day, they had, they used to show that they had one of those, the 93 style, the Fox body Mustangs they used to use.
Yeah, well that was pretty popular.
Yeah, I remember they used to come there when I was in Meady Elementary. They used to come with the Dare cars, a Mustang, fucking, you know, mothers that were mad or whatever, Mother Against Drunk Driving and Dare and all that.
Yep. Was it the Mothers Against Drunk Driving, or what's the other one they have? Against Drugs or something?
Yeah, I think it was Dare. I think that's the one it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one had the Mustang, like they had like a light bar on top or something.
Dude, that's crazy when you talk to people like John's age, not to point John out, Chris, like drinking back in the day, and they don't even know, they'll tell you the story and they don't even know how they got home. Like, well, how'd you get there? Well, I don't know, I just remember waking up in the morning and I was home, but I don't know how I got home.
That is so true. Crawling across the street, my dad tells me, I can't believe you drove. Why did you drive? I said, because I was too drunk to walk.
That's a good one.
I couldn't even walk to my house. I had to crawl out of my car and crawl to the back door.
Oh, that's just what I just said. Same thing.
Sorry, somebody keyed on you.
Well, I guess you're damned both ways, right? Because if you walk home drunk, you get fined for doing that, and you get big trouble for driving drunk.
And my dad was screaming at me, why did you drive home in that shape? And I told him, I said, I was too drunk to walk.
I did better. I made it home. I took out the mailbox, but I'm home now.
You walked the drunk.
They're doing 2 steps forward, 3 steps back.
Your pants were on backwards when you came out, were they, John? Like Bear's girl?
Listen, boy.
You gotta get up and like, this is what I gotta deal with this morning. I'm like, what the hell? Yeah, Rice Krispies and her ass in the air.
Whoa!
Screw the Rice Krispies. Let's take care of the ass in the air.
Yeah, you can worry about the Rice Krispies later.
Yeah, that whole situation was an absolute treat.
Liquor up front, poker in the rear. Unless you're really kinky, then you can reverse that.
It wasn't much better. I think the other one passed away. The one who was the escort girl. That one. Oh, God. Was that the one that told us about the bent weasel? Was that story in the truck?
Yeah, the bent element? Yeah, that was, her name was Stacy.
Pierre's like, I didn't know she even knew how to turn the radio on. She had the radio on, doors locked, telling all my goods.
Mike, I remember I called you and said, Mike, you want to get on the radio?
At that certain point in Bear's life, there was a couple times I got phone calls and texts like, you better get on now. You weren't calling me. I had Bob call me. You don't want to miss this. I'm like, really? Oh yeah, it's really good.
I like how you guys clean that up. Bent element and bent weasel. His penis is bent.
Oh, she was... You could hear him struggling to get the door open because she locked all the doors in the car. She was shit-faced then. She was like, she's to the win then.
Hey, Bear.
Yeah.
Remember what I told you right after that happened? What I said was going to happen about this story?
Yep.
Didn't I tell you? Years later.
Forever and ever.
I said, Bear, you just became a legend. You'll be talking about this for years.
He was a legend the first, couple months he was with us. Hey, Mike, is that where you got sideband? No, Bear, I'm only on sideband because I just wished it.
No. I was probably about a good year or so into it, you know, sitting out in that old gray Suburban and chatting with you guys, and then got the radio peak and clip, got the clarifier opened, and then sometime after I ended up with a little RM203 amp.
Oh, he's so cute. He thinks a year is a long time.
He had that hoot microphone. Every time he came, we go, whoo, whoo.
Well, no, it wasn't a year ago. I'm talking, you know, it was a year in, and then like I started getting some stuff. I was definitely more than a couple months in. But yeah, I picked her up in the old gray Suburban, and yep, she knew exactly what knob to hit to turn the radio on, and knew what button to press on the amp to turn it on.
Evidently, she's been in a few trucks before.
Oh, man.
You want to see your microphone disappear? There it goes!
You almost made me spit my drink out, dude.
Oh, watch me kid!
Want to see my Ben Packer? Want to see it?
Want to see what Peyronie's is?
And then all those years.
I don't know what that sound is, but who's stirring a big pot of macaroni?
It's about that time, guys. Have a good one, man. I'll catch you tomorrow.
Alright, John, catch you.
Talk to you later, John.
See you, John. Good hearing you, man.
Have a good night, Mr. Renegade.
Alright, were you off today?
Nah, I'm off tomorrow.
You lucky duck. What, do you gotta work Saturday?
Nah, I work 4 days.
4 days a week?
Yeah, 4 12s.
Gee, he's got like diesel mechanic, like, work shift.
Nah, I wish, hold on. There's somebody keying up out there. Yeah, well, it's like, I work from 7 to 6, but I leave my house at 6:15 and get home at 6:30, so I consider it a 12-hour day.
Oh man, 12 hours is rough.
Nah,
Do for a living.
I work on cars for a living.
Yeah, that's what Barry told us he does too.
Yeah, now I'm smarter than that. I work on my own junk, but I do building maintenance.
Oh, cool. I grew up around building maintenance, Mike will tell you. But, no, I'm an A-Tech and Master Tech. I've been registered. We were just talking about, everybody was talking about this morning about how long they've been doing it. It's my 23rd year, so I might have learned something, a thing or two, but I always wanted to get into building maintenance, because like I said, I grew up around it.
And I do as little as possible.
Oh man.
You guys hiring, Mike?
Yeah?
Oh, man.
Need 2 boiler guys, I know that. Second shift.
Yeah, nah, I'm a first shift kind of guy.
Oh man, I get that all the time.
I'm sure you do. But hell though, if the money's right, I'll work any shift.
As long as they got benefits and a decent pay, I'll take fly shit out of Pepper.
Oh man.
Yeah, I got lucky with this job I got now, man, and I'm doing whatever I can to keep it.
And it was like 3 on, 2 on, 2 off, 3 on. And over a 2-week period, it ended up being 80 hours, but it was hell. I only lasted 6 months. I was like, dude, I can't do this anymore.
Yeah, we got one guy that does a multi-shift. He does 1 day of day shift, 2 days of second, 2 days of third.
And my father worked at Scott Paper for 35 years, and he did the swing shift, 7 on, 2 on, and then the shift would swing. I suppose that wouldn't be too bad, but 12 hours, midnight to noon, it was just horrible. And what was the worst thing about it is like, it'd be like 2 days on, 2 days off, or 2 days on, 3 days off, 3 days on, 2 days off, and it just never made any sense. At least the swing shift you have, all right, I got 7 days I'm on second shift. Well, that's fine, but I don't know.
Yeah, a lot of like refineries do that shit. They rotate shifts. Like you don't say you have like what 2 weeks of day shift, 2 weeks of second, 2 weeks of third.
Yeah, that's when I first got out of high school. I was working down at the I guess what used to be the Sunoco refinery in Philadelphia. Then it went to whatever and it blew up. But when I was doing weld X-ray, man, we were seemed like every other week it was a different shift. And then they had the turnarounds where they would shut down the units for 2 or 3 months, and they would be working around the clock, 24 hours a day. Guys would be working 12 on, 12 off for 7 days straight for 3 or 4 months. Then they travel to the next refinery and do it.
Well, I'm surprised your main thing was being a welder, right?
Well, no, my main thing was working on cars. I went to high school for it, or I went to Votech, and I was on work release starting my sophomore year in 2002. I started on work release, but I learned welding a little bit while I was in Votech from going down to a welding shop and smoking pot with my friends, and then when I started doing exhaust work, it's when I really taught myself how to weld.
Gotta have a set of torches to work on exhaust. Heat that motherfucker up.
Oh yeah, you gotta have a good set of torches. We don't really do much exhaust work at this shop. If we do, it's all brand new stuff. But shit, man, I just came from working at running the Meineke in Chester for almost 5 years. And man, working in a city like that, boy, you rig some stuff up.
Oh man! I took my car to Nelson's and he put two mufflers on my lighting. I thought it wasn't gonna be that bad because he just cut them out. You know, we're using all the same pipe. The only thing he did is weld in 2 mufflers. He charged the shit out of me to do that job.
Yeah, it's something like. Well, did you bring the mufflers or did he have them?
No, I should have put flows on it because it would have sounded better with Flowmaster 2 chambers, but I put, what the hell did I put on there? They were more, modest mufflers, I freak what they are called now. Magnum, I think?
MagnaFlow?
Yeah, they were MagnaFlow.
Okay. Yeah, actually MagnaFlow for a while was a really good, well, it was a pretty good high-performance muffler and exhaust, but then they since have sold out and went mainstream, and now they're into selling like aftermarket catalytic converters for regular cars, regular mufflers and things like that. So the quality kind of really went down. But honestly, for something like that with 2, fake Flowmasters is what we used to call them, and to weld them in, you're probably looking at like, with no pipe bending, no tips, you're probably like $450, $500.
Yeah, I think it was like $350, and that's just, that was no tip, not using an existing tailpipe. That's just cutting them out and welding in 2 pipes.
Man, a good DeWalt Sawzall and a ramp.
Well, how long has it been since you had your lighting?
Oh, dude, I got rid of that in, when did I get rid of that? 2004?
Oh, yeah, I mean, that's 21 years ago. I'm thinking of today's prices.
No, they do good work. I mean, Nelson's does good work. At least he did. I don't know what he does now. He used to do a lot of customized exhaust work there at that shop, the one on Twin Oaks. Matter of fact, they had they were Evolution Performance. I don't think they still do that no more, but they were running with that later after I got rid of my lighting.
They were hacks.
They were what, Chris?
Hacks. Hack. Ow. Fuck.
What, their exhaust work?
Just them in general.
Yeah, I only got them to do exhaust work. I used to get tires off them guys. I go to Tree Days now to get tires, but yeah, they put them in there. I mean, I thought I should have got the flows. It would have sounded better with flows in it. I was just trying to be, because I have to leave early in the morning. I can't remember what shift I was working. I think I was working second shift then. I might have been day shift then. But, you know, you got loud places and you can't like rip up the damn street in the morning, early in the morning.
I went there 2 times to ask for a price on something, and they were just ridiculously outrageous. And I'm like, oh, okay, I'll get back to you. Total hacks.
Yeah, it used to be you could find Midas when they were slow. You could get them to really do some good work for you at a reasonable price because they, you know, if they didn't have anything to shop and they were slow, they would give you a really good price.
My brother had good results with McKinney's. That's right behind Charlie's.
Oh, yeah. That's an auto mechanic, right? McKinley's?
McKinney's, yeah.
Yeah.
So, Mike, now that Luz is closed down, where are you getting your car inspected?
Where did I get my car inspected? The one I got done at the dealership. The other one I got done at, oh, crap. Freaking one across the street from me, Tally's. That's not Tally's. Tally's? Tally's across the street?
Oh, that's right. You got that place down there. Do they allow just like drive-ins, like Luz used to do?
No, you gotta make an appointment.
Yeah. So I do Lee's behind Zach Burgers now. And they open up at 7:30, so I can usually get in there before I have to be at work.
It's been there a long time, that shop.
Yeah, and it was recommended. Actually, Jimmy from Lou's recommended them. So I went there and they were fair the last time. I got to get a set of front tires on my truck before I get that inspected.
Did he say what they were doing with the land down there?
Apparently a limo place bought that out, and next door some sort of landscaping place had bought that out. And I don't know what they did with the Nice Town yard.
Isn't there train tracks that divide both them yards, though?
Yeah. Yeah, so back in the day, it was Joe's, Lou's, and Nicetown. And they were all owned by separate people. Joe's and Lou's, they were brothers or maybe cousins. And I don't know who owned Nicetown. But eventually Joe died and Lou's bought that out and Lou's ended up buying Nicetown out.
That's 4. Yeah, it's like everything else. He used to convenience of that yard being there, you know. I don't even know if they even got the fill yards. You used to have the fill yards, but I never had to go to the fill yards. I always got everything down here locally.
Yeah, you're lucky. We got to have everything right there.
Well, you couldn't go to the one up on Nice Street. He wouldn't let you go back in the yard and look for fruit. If you went down the other yard on 10th, is it 10th? Post Road, Lou's, he would let you go in the yard. He said, you know what you want? I'm like, yeah. You got tools? Yeah. Let me go in the yard and get what I wanted.
Yeah, 10-4. Is that place closed now? I know that the one place there, I've been down there to pick up a couple motors when I was working at Meineke that I had to do. But I drove past there not long ago. It's closed.
They're all closed. All 3 of them are closed.
Ah, really? What, the city shut them down?
No, they sold out.
What, the developers?
No.
I think they just wanted to retire.
So Jimmy Carezzi ended up buying all 3 of those yards. So Lou Carezzi and Joe Carezzi, I think they were brothers. When, I don't know, 20 years ago, Joe's junkyard, Joe died and they kind of fiddled about, and maybe 10 or 15 years ago, Jimmy Carezzi bought Lou's out. And at some point, the Nicetown yard down by Fisher Tank, Jimmy Carezzi bought that out. So Jimmy Carezzi owned all 3 of those yards. maybe 5 years ago, 4 or 5 years ago, Jimmy Crozzi's brother, Steven, died of a stroke. And Jimmy's my age. I went to high school with Jimmy. And he's like, fuck this shit, I'm retiring. And he just sold it all. It's like, I'm done. He probably got all that stuff for dirt cheap and was making buku amounts of money. And he probably like, hell, life is short. I'm out of here. I'm gonna enjoy life.
Yeah, I've heard of Carezzi's because that's who actually, I think my boss, when I was looking, I had to junk a car, was looking to junk a car not that long ago, and I think he gave me the number to them. One of them or something.
Yeah, they're not going down there no more.
Nah, that sucks. How long has this been?
What's that, Chris? Been 2 years now?
About a year and a half, maybe 2 years. Yeah, about that. Not all that long.
Yeah, okay. So it's been since I left Meineke there in Chester. So I left there about 4 years ago. So yeah, they were still open then.
So it was in May. This is 2025. They shut down in May of 2024.
Damn, 10-4. How do you know all this stuff? Just curious.
I don't know. I drink and I know things.
No, I just didn't know if like you. That came off kind of wrong, I guess. I didn't know if you like maybe worked for them or something, or that's all.
Refer to the previous statement. No, I'd been getting my cars inspected at Lew's for, I don't know, 20, 30 years. And I went to high school with Jimmy. So when I would get my car inspected, I'd be in the garage chatting with Jimmy and Steve and stuff like that, and just chatting and just chatting and asking a lot of questions.
Oh, okay, cool, yeah, fair enough. I mean, you didn't have to tell me all that. You could just said I know. I didn't mean to. Wasn't trying to like poke or pride in your business. I just honestly thought that you might have been in the business or something.
Now, we're all like there at one point in time. We were all like there trying to make the worst of the worst look like princesses.
Yeah, but we were successful.
Well, you have to figure, Perry, that was before eBay. Now you can pretty much go on eBay. You only got to ramage to new yards because there's really no good yards left. I think Bear went to a couple yards up in upstate or mid-Pennsylvania. They got some still pretty good yards. I think he did some rummaging up there. But you can go to eBay and find all the shit you need really now. I mean, before you had to go down the yard and kind of pick through the yard and try to find a car that had the shit you wanted.
I mean, yeah, it's like the Harry's you pull it up in either Allentown, I think Pennsburg, or West Hazelton. West Hazelton is the biggest yard.
I remember using the U pull it over in Vineland, New Jersey. They had a good U pull it over there. I used to go to when I was a teenager. They also had one, Porchtown Recyclers was another one. You could just go back there and you got what you need. What do you need? I got one back there. Go back there. It tells you to go. It kind of points you where to go. And but of course, I mean, this is going back 20 plus years, and I know when last shop, obviously when I was working in Chester, we used to install a lot of used parts, so we were still getting parts from down at the yards in Philly on Essington Avenue. But at our shop now, we use LKQ, which is Like, Kind, and Quality is the name of the company, and they're like, get their stuff from everywhere.
Yeah, I've heard some good things about LKQ. Just I haven't had the means to like order offline through them just yet for anything, but I know a couple people who play with them, and the whole Copart.com.
Yeah, car-part.com, is that what you said?
Copart, whatever, where you can like bid on ship boxes.
Oh no, okay, yeah. I think I've heard of that. I've never been on there though.
I know a couple people who bought some different cars. One or two of them had some type of paperwork issue, but like, you know, it was all stated in the auction. Like some nice parts cars. Seen people get running driving cars. You know, drag them home on a trailer and figure out what to do with them.
Oh, that's pretty cool. There actually is, well, you'd said Copart, and I thought you said Car Park. Well, car-part.com is an online, like, junkyard database and used car database, man. So if you ever need anything for your car, you could find it on there. They have all these junkyards all over the country. It's like basically their database, and a lot of them ship too, man. So that's a good place to find used parts nowadays.
Yeah, I've definitely chased the dragon a few times with some of the cars I've had. We're trying to figure out where I can get things, and you know, Rock Auto and Amazon only get you so far depending on what you're looking for, and next thing you know, you end up having to source these things out, you know, almost manually. But I've messed with a couple of those sites, like where you can like scavenge through and you end up getting junkyard contacts for, you know, depending on what you're doing. One of them was when I had a Dodge Durango and I needed a rear for it.
Nice. Yeah, I've had some hoopties, man. This car I have now, it's an 07 Toyota Matrix. Bought off my boss because I just blew up my 03 Camry. The motor blew up on that thing. I was going to put my dog down and the damn motor blew up. But yeah, I'm a hoopty driver, man. I work on cars for a living, so I don't see the point of having a car payment.
I got 03 Crown Vic. I picked it up originally for $300 within my community I work for.
Oh, that's awesome, man. Yeah, well, thank God for my boss, because he gave me this thing for like $2,500 or something, and I didn't even have to pay him up front. Like, he said, I'll just take it out of your check, however much you want a week, whatever. I'm very grateful for that.
$1 million.
Yeah, can you imagine?
Yeah, it's I've driven my share of cheap wheels and interesting things. My longest run though was an old '87 Suburban.
You say that was your oldest one?
That was my like longest, keeping it on the road for like almost 10 years.
Yeah, I've never had a car, honestly, for longer than maybe 5 years at a time. So I've had a lot of cars, and they've all been shit boxes. I've never had a new car, never financed a car in my life, none of that. My first car was an '87 F-150 four-wheel drive 5-speed with a straight 6 4.9 that had a blown head gasket, and I put a motor in. That was my first truck at 17.
See, that's how I started out with, you know, except with the full-size Suburban. Yeah, see, like, I have an appreciation for the Blue Oval. Damn, 300 straight 6, 5-speed, and it was four-wheel drive?
Yep, four-wheel drive, man. Standard cab, long bed.
All the truck you'd ever need, and then some.
Yeah, no, excuse me, it was an 88, not an 87. An 87 was, no, was it an 87? Yeah, 86 was the body style before that. 87 was the kind of like the square style, like headlights that they made for 87, 88, 89. And I think like 90, 91 is when they kind of went to the next. Or am I wrong?
I think it was, yeah, like it began 87 or so with the next body style from the 81 to 86 or 80 to 86. It became the next body style in 87 up until about 91, and then I think in 92 is when they switched over to like the next like OBS body style or whatever that everybody like come to know and love.
Right, exactly. Yep. That was the style that was like a little more futuristic version of the one I had, and the ones before that 96 and a half The 96.5 to 2000 whatever F-150s with the 4.6 and the 5.4 that were just junk.
Right now I got I have a late 99, early 2000, I guess, yeah, 2000 F-250 with the 5.42 valve motor. Yeah, I'm not going to say it's a powerhouse, and I'm not going to sit here and talk it up, but I was able to do all 8 spark plugs.
No, it's you have the 2-valve motor, thank God. Those are good motors. The 4.6 and the 5.4 were good motors. The 3-valve 5.4 was the issue motor with the big long spark plugs. The carbon builds up on the back side of the plug, so that's what causes them to break. But yeah, I swear to God, that 4.6 and 5.4 motor combination probably had to be the most popular motor that was on the American roads, man. There was just, seemed like every car had one of those in it.
My 03 Crown Victoria, which is by far the newest thing that I've ever owned, I've had it the last 2 years, and it's sitting with the original engine at 302,000 miles on it. The original motor, not the original trans. It's got a rebuilt trans in it, but no paperwork or anything that says the motor's ever been out of it. It was a Trenton detective's car.
Oh man, that's pretty cool. I know a lot of people love those police Crown Vics.
I did both the timing chains up front and the timing cover gasket and all. Chances are there's still plastic down in that oil pan because, well, the way it's set up, it'd be a pain in the ass to clean out the pickup tube. But it still builds oil pressure and it still rolls.
And you're gonna let it roll, right? That's cool, man. That's good. Yeah, man, cars will just keep on ticking. The only issues those things really have are with the front ends, like with the the knuckle and spindle wheel bearing setup on there, and the ball joints were pretty weak on those things. But besides that, they're good running cars. They're pretty quick too for being how heavy they are.
Yeah, for what it is, I mean, it hit hooters and it's comfortable. But what is it? Yeah, there's some odd end issues with those, but I've done both upper control arms, sway bar end links, and some other stuff, and I did have to do one front wheel bearing at this point, but car's got 300,000 miles. It's going to start having these weak points, but still clicking, man. I don't know. I'm thinking if the 5.4 in my truck ever fully lets me down, it's emissions exempt in Delaware. So I was thinking like a 350 TBI and a 700 R4 transmission, or maybe a I don't know, maybe do a 5.3 swap, piss off the purists.
Can't go wrong with an LS swap. That's for damn sure. Because there's millions of parts available. There's millions of them in the junkyard. And you can make them go as fast or as slow as you want them to go. Man, I remember as a kid thumbing through Jegs and Summit catalogs, back in the 90s. So I always wanted to build a 90, like a early 90s, late 80s S10, but put a small block Chevy in it. That was like my dream truck in high school. So I used to go through the Summit and Jegs and price everything out and had like parts lists and everything. But now, man, with turbos and all this fuel management and everything and fuel injection, it'd be a lot easier now.
You know, it's funny you say that. One, I remember those catalogs because my neighbor next door used to get them, and he was a bit of a Mustang nut, but I remember scrolling through a lot of those catalogs. Funny shit say though, an S10, I have a 93 standard cab, two-wheel drive, long bed, with a 2.8 V6 and a 5-speed.
Yo, that's funny because my stepmom had a one owner 93 black 5-speed manual with the 2.8 V6, and that was the truck that I was supposed to get I thought I was going to get. After high school, when I could get my license, which was the truck I was, like, quote unquote, going to build. And it's just funny, same year, same motor, same trans. That was a good little truck.
Picked it up for a reasonable price. God, almost maybe about 6 months ago. I've been kind of playing around with it. I've had to do the distributor twice. I replaced the fuel pump, and yeah, the sucker will hooter. Just it needs some lovin's. I'm not going to say it's rust-free by any means.
It's hard to find anything without rust living what we do, dude.
Everything you own has rust on it.
I hate to say it, the Dodge pickup that me and Channel 15 put together, what, 6, 7 years ago? Something like that. That was probably the cleanest vehicle besides my Subaru I had. Mike, you remember the honeypot?
Yeah, then you said that got tore up or something?
Well, I rolled it around here for a while. I was having major issues with the braking system, and just after a while it started to really nickel and dime me, so I punted that thing off on Facebook Marketplace. It became a New Jersey mud truck with deuce and a half axles underneath of it and an LS swap. It got to live a life, and then last I saw it was getting parted out on the Facebook Marketplace.
I was just sitting here listening to that stream. It's funny because you're Perry, you're like, oh, what? Should I stop this? Should I stop this video live feed? Oh, well. Oh, shit, keep rolling.
Yeah, you hear me? I'm like trying to censor it as I go. I'm like letting it go, then I'm like, alright, that's enough. Oh, hey!
There must be some guy near you like, this shit's pretty X-rated.
Yeah, the one guy in it, he's like, interesting conversation tonight. So yeah, buddy, now I love it.
Oh man, I'm cracking up because Ricky describes stuff. It's like the nicest way possible.
I know, man. God bless him.
I left the Mazda Fox behind, but I did bring her home, part of her. The pages that weren't stuck, I brought home.
Oh, it's brutal.
Oh my God.
I can't wait to see that tally number just like shoot up. Like I think the highest one that Perry had was like maybe 500 something. He might have one higher than that, but I'm waiting to see the totals on that tomorrow when people get on there.
Yeah, well, that one night, that popular one, there was a lot of people watching that night for some reason. There was like 10 or 12 people on there like the entire time. And it got really, I don't know how or why, but, you know, I didn't do anything differently. It was just, you know, I would think this one would get more than that one.
Well, that was like a constant, well, it's kind of like this one is too. It was constant conversation because I think, I don't know, you were on one channel, you bounced to another channel, then you bounced back, and like it was like the whole thing was conversation. Like some of them, the ones, there's a big break in between the conversation, so you kind of gotta scroll through it a little bit to find the next conversation. But that one, from the time you started to the time it ends, I think it's pretty much talked and all the way through.
Right. No, you're right. You're absolutely right. Most of the streams are, you know, just on one channel and DX and stuff like that, or like you said, in the evenings there's a lot of breaks in between people jumping in. So it's like you're almost, you know, you almost got the scan function on YouTube looking for signals.
Yeah. Sorry, Barry, I didn't mean to mess up your story about your honeypot.
No, you're good.
Your parts collection.
So it wound up over in Jersey with deuce and a half axles with under it. Yeah, I always wanted those things. Trying to remember the actual designation of those axles, but those are some nasty things. We got like disc brakes right on the damn axle.
Yeah, it ended up with some funky setup because I followed it on Instagram for a short time, but yeah, it started out as an 83 Dodge W250, 3/4 ton, 4-wheel drive, 4-speed, 318. Sat for almost 20 years. I laid in the snow in around about 2015 and put a starter in it. And I got the thing to drive out of whatever gas was still in its gas tank. I got it to drive out of its grave where it sat for at least 18 to 20 years.
Oh man, that's badass, dude. You reminded me, I had a 77 Dodge 3/4 ton. It was just a lifted, I think it had a 10-inch lift, 38.5-inch Super Swampers on it. Never had it on the road. It was just down in my buddy's backfield over in Monroeville, New Jersey. And we used to beat it around in the backfield. I think it had a 360 in it. Had Dana 60 in the back, Dana 4x4 up front. And I remember being so excited I got this truck. I think I paid like $250 for it. And it had already headers on it. I put header gaskets on it. And I did an oil pan gasket on it. And I remember one day I'm driving it down the backfield, blah, 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 and then next thing you know, there's flames start shooting out of the goddamn floor, the HVAC ducts out of the floor. Man, I jump out, pull over, and I'm in the back in the middle of a field, no water anywhere. I was just watching the thing burn to the ground.
What happened? That's rough. In the time that I've messed around with cars, at one point I had a 73 Lincoln Continental, 460, big block, 4-barrel carburetor. Being young and dumb, probably about 16, 17 years old. Found a marketplace buy of an old Holly 4-barrel, and I got it to run just good enough. And then I was using it around the property where I was living. And I guess somewhere it started leaking, it backfired, and yeah, it caught the whole air cleaner on fire. It scared the shit out of me.
Yeah, that'll scare you. But that was the only time I've ever lit a car on fire, or anything on fire like that. It wasn't like, the whole thing wasn't like fire company fire, but I mean, we're in a field that's, 50 acres or so, way in the back, can't see nothing, and ended up, burning the engine compartment and everything. We ended up pushing it back to the edge of the woods, and they ended up using it to shoot at. And I just, that was it. I don't think I ever got any money for it, and I mean, I was a teenager.
Yeah, you just kind of nervously look at it like, oh, so I guess that's what can happen.
Yeah, it's like, Well, I think in my haste, I didn't tighten back. I had like a rubber fuel line, some probably vacuum line or something. There's some I use as like a fuel line, and I'm pretty sure that came off, and just started dumping fuel over the hot headers.
Part of the course.
You win some, you lose some. So you like the stream, Mike?
Night, Mike.
7-3.
You get something to snack on out of the fridge, or you fall asleep at the wheel?
Nah, I don't think he just seemed pretty awake a second ago.
You don't know Mike.
Yeah, unfortunately, I've noticed since I was a baby, but yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I guess he could fall asleep.
I trust me, he'll be in there doing jumping jacks and then literally like Mr. Bean, like on clockwork, go to sleep.
I think that's. Is it go to sleep or is it an Irish exit?
Well, I mean, I don't have a tracker up his bum anymore, so like I don't know exactly what he's doing.
Anymore?
Yeah, right. So Bear, where you said you're in Aston, or yeah, who's where? Bear, you're in Aston?
Nah, I'm North Wilmington.
Oh, okay. My bad. I'm sorry.
I'm in Aston.
You know where Total Wine is in like the Wilmington area, right before PA or Delaware goes into PA?
Yeah, what, on Naaman's Road?
Yeah.
Yeah.
3/4 of a mile up the road from there.
Okay, so you're pretty close to the shop.
I could throw a potato at it.
Ah, cool. Yeah, I know right where you're at. I actually lived in Claymont for a little while myself. I lived right off Philadelphia Pike.
But where are you based out of? I was gonna say you got good audio wherever you're at.
Well, now I'm up here in Springfield, Delaware County now. I lived in Claymont, I guess, it's back in I was there for a short time. I was dating a girl, so it was like 2016 to 2017 I lived down there.
Oh, okay.
Well, thanks for the compliments. Yeah, you're making a good trip up here, man. I'm just on this FT-101EE.
They were running a Tram D201A with a helper box behind it, you know. Good to know I'm making a good trip into the Springfield area. You sound great down here.
10-4. Yeah, both of you guys are coming in fantastic. Mike was coming in pretty good tonight, too.
Is that what you call it?
What?
I said, is that what you call that thing?
Oh, what thing a thing?
That was a joke, never mind. Your tram.
Yeah, it's Tram D201A.
Yeah, that's one radio I haven't had. It was a Tram. I always wanted to, what is it, the D300? Yeah, that's the silver one, right? Yeah, I think it's a D300. Let me look.
That's my question. Mike knows all the details.
Yeah, it's a D300. It's all silver face, got the two matching speakers on either side. It's chrome and silver. I think I read that it was kind of a crappy radio to operate, but it looks cool.
I will say if somebody ends up putting a good deal in your lap for a D201A, I'll be honest, this thing here's a sweetheart.
That's what everybody says. They love them.
That's because I worked on it.
Yeah.
I like tube radios. The receive audio has like as weird as it might sound, it has a level of warmness to it.
Yeah, it's that little touch of distortion. Yeah, I have a lot of tube rigs over here, but unfortunately, well, they have 11 meters on the front of them, but none of them will tune up on 11 for some reason. So I just use them on 75 meters and shit. But I got a bunch of big old boat anchors here, receivers and transmitters. Got a 1956 Heathkit DX100 AM transmitter. It's a 100 watt carrier class. So I'll do the 100 watts of dead key and peak around 650 watts, 600 watts or so. And then the Johnson Viking Valiant 2, Johnson Viking 2, not a Valiant. Same thing, 100 watts, peaks around the same, maybe a little less. And then I got a Johnson Ranger, which is 50 watt carrier class rig. So that'll do like 50 watts and swing about 200 or 250 watts. And I pair them up with a couple of old receivers I have.
Nice. I got a couple base stations over here. I got a whole shit ton of mobiles.
Yeah, I got a couple mobiles over here. I sold my October 2000. I was always a big fan of you know, if I'm in the house to run a bass, you know.
Yeah, that's why I'm talking on bass now. Like, all I do with it anymore is like, I can't tell you the last time I actually switched the radio out and rolled inventory over and talked on another radio for a while, but like, this has been my main go-to now for at least a little over a year. But I still think unless you want to talk FM and go like off other frequencies, a Cobra 148 GPL that, you know, with an open clarifier, that's a mental radio right there.
I love them, man. I fucking love them. It's my favorite radio. And then you know, the Cobra 2000s, they're basically almost the same thing. Love them. Best receivers, in my opinion, that I've listened to for AM. Especially if you widen them up a little bit, man, they can sound really, really good.
Yeah, it's actually the radio I got started on this hobby with. Yeah, just sitting in an old gray Suburban, sitting there talking with these guys. But I believe in the Cobra 2000, it was a different cabinet, but it was the same board.
Yeah, there's the same board. There's a couple little differences in the audio section. Very, very minor, like in the receive section. It's nothing that you can even tell, like when operating the radio. It's just basically circuit bullshit. But yeah, I used to hi-fi a lot of them things, man. Back, I don't know, about 10 years ago, I was really big into direct injecting radios and hi-fi-ing every CB I could get my hands on.
What do you mean hi-fi?
No, like either externally modulating them, you know, with either like a Darlington pair type modulator or a tube modulator, Crown Audio amp, or like modified Heising type of modulation, or just basically direct injecting them with especially Cobra 2000 type radios that have a balanced modulator. They're series modulated, excuse me. But like with the Cobra 29s, old Pace 2300s, they have actually little modulation transformers in them that run for the same mod transformer for receive and transmit. So they're a little more of a pain to make sound, you know, broadcast quality.
Roger on direct injection. No, injection is nice, but I'd rather be blown.
Hey, man. Hey, I don't want to be injected, man.
Good Lord.
I told you didn't fall asleep.
We thought we had lost you to the whatever ferries, sleep time ferries.
No, I don't know what time it is. What's that? Oh, it's like 10:48. Yeah, pretty soon. I'm going again pretty soon, yep.
So where'd you go? We were calling you. Were you taking a look at the Fair Fawcett posters and doing an old Ricky giggity thing there, Mike? You know, nudge, nudge. Know what I mean? Know what I mean?
No, I was listening to the video gate, and because I don't remember half the shit I say on the air half the time, so I reviewed the gate. But what are you doing over there, Perry? You sound like you're typing at one point.
Yeah, it probably was.
Yeah, you know, you're...
Yeah, sorry about that. See, I don't have what I'm you could probably hear a hum right now as I'm talking to you, because I'm using a Shure SM7B to pick up a speaker audio from the FT-101, because I'm having it like an impedance mismatch, like a buzz issue when I have it hooked up directly to the computer.
No, everything, it sounds good. Everybody sounds great, except for Jack. Jack was the only one you couldn't even really hear this little squeak out in there.
Yeah, I felt bad.
Yeah, no, everybody came in good. Everybody sounds good. like I said, Jack was the lowest of all of everybody. Ricky sounded good on there.
Do you expect anything less from Jack?
That's true. I wouldn't expect. Well, I didn't listen to the part when he switched to the flat side to pick up Jack, like scoop him in his little arms and carry him to the sky. You be talking to Jack, and like he takes and starts backing shit off as you're talking. I'm like, what are you doing? What? What's the difference? Am I lower? What's my signal? Like, well, you did something because evidently I noticed you did something. You sure your mic came down? Yeah, I mean, like, why did you even touch your mic key?
He's over there using the house as a ground plane.
Dude, like, you're using a stock mic. It's not like it's a power mic. Leave the freaking volume turn all the way up. And then he's like, you talk to him, and then the power, he starts going backwards on the power. Like, what are you doing?
You know, he's going in for some back surgery. If he has any pins or anything put in there, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if he was like, can you maybe put a little two little things in there so I can maybe run an antenna off my back?
I hope he gets somebody good, because I used to do this guy's grass, and he had the Saco, used to be at my work, and he had operated on it twice, and he was pretty much completely bent over. And that's the way he walked. He could not stand up straight. So I hope to God he gets somebody, if he is getting back surgery, which would be last resort for anything for me, he gets somebody really good, because they really can either improve your life or totally screw your life up.
I think he said he's going up to Jefferson.
Yeah, well, I think that's where my dad was at. Or no, my dad was actually in Pennsylvania. He supposedly had the best guy on the East Coast, but that guy screwed him up. They said if they didn't do it, he would be paralyzed. Well, my dad was in pain he was still in the same amount of pain he was after the operation as when he went out. That was just an asinine thing to do, and he lost momentum of his arm. The one side he had one good arm, and the other arm was a little messed up, but not quite as bad as after they muffed him up. He was supposed to be the first case in the morning. He wound up being the last case of the day. I said, how screwed up is that? I would have said, you know what, you ain't operating me on the day, I'm leaving. Screw you. Because they put one of the screws in his neck, they put plates in there and they fused his neck, and they put the screws in too far and he paralyzed him. And I was like, yeah, I'm sorry about that. He's like, yeah, I bet you the guy you did this morning was just fine, wasn't he?
Oh man.
Oh, he was pissed, dude. And then he took a license away. He was livid. Livid.
What do you mean took the wait, say that again?
Huh?
Took his license away?
Wait a minute, you and Bear are keyed up together. What'd you say, Bear?
He took his license away?
He had to go to therapy because they paralyzed him, and he had to go to therapy after that, so the doctor froze his license so he couldn't drive, which he wouldn't be able to. Well, my dad liked driving anyway, but he was trying to drive, but he was furious. I mean, furious.
Oh, I can't even imagine. It's like, oh man, that's screwed up.
They had to take one of the screws out, and the other one, I guess I don't know what they did, but they muffed him up pretty good. He was really upset. And I told him when he went there, I said, Dad, I don't know if I'd go through this today. I said, you know, you were supposed to be the first one in today, and here we're sitting there all day. They didn't get him out of the OR until 9 o'clock at night, 9:30.
My God, you were there in the first thing in the morning.
We were there at 6 o'clock in the morning, and we stayed the whole freaking day. And then that doctor had been operating all day. It's like, I said, he's like, hey, I'll be okay. I'll be all right. Like, I don't know, Dad. I said, you're more braver than me.
I like your little impression of him.
He was supposed to be the top doc on the East Coast for back surgeries. And, yeah, and then he went to therapy, and they got him. He couldn't do anything. He really, he was in pretty bad shape. And then they got him. He did the best he could. Then towards the end there, before he passed away, I had to come down there, and I just killed my dad to have me come down and have to help him do stuff that he wanted. He probably could have did by himself if his neck wasn't, if he had control of his arms and shit. Because we'd be driving, he's like, if I just have my arms, I could do so much if I just have my... Don't worry about it, Dad, it'll be alright. But even you get frustrated.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine, man. It's rough, man. Yeah, Jesus, Mike.
That sucks. From experience.
Yeah, I can't say I have any experience from anything like that or any serious accidents, man. Knock on wood.
Well, I seen a little thing on Facebook yesterday. They have like two parents with you being a little kid, helping you walk, and then they got another picture below it, like you between your two parents helping them walk.
Yeah, I saw that. I wanted to like puke. Like, I was so upset.
But it's so true. It's like you wind up having to take care of your parents when they get older because they just can't do it anymore. It's just like from the beginning of them helping you to you helping them in the end. And sometimes you get lucky and they just pass away gracefully. Like, my dad still was able to do shit, but he died the way he wanted to die. And I'm glad that he went that way because I definitely wouldn't want to see him suffer and a slow decline. Not everybody gets that, and it's sad that things work out that way, but that's just the way things are.
My father was the same way. He dreaded having to either go into a nursing home or he would see people in walkers, and he had been active. He was born and raised on a farm, heated his house with wood until he was, until his late 70s, and he died of a heart attack, which was the best thing in the world. It was quick.
Yeah, it's better to go that way than see him. You see people that have parents that they're dying of cancer, they have cancer, and they go through these chemo treatments, and it's just like, it's just a long... Like, the guy across the street from my parents down the other house, he had cancer, and he wound up getting, I think he got chemo treatments, and that it might have slowed it up a little bit, then it came back full force, and he was just filled with cancer, and it was a slow, painful, agonizing death. And I would rather see my parents go. And my mom said he didn't even make a noise. He just dropped. I don't know how your dad passed away. But my mom said they were standing there and he just dropped. And didn't say a word. Nothing. Just...
Yeah, my mom died of, she had colon cancer, and she didn't get it checked out enough, and it spread to her liver, and once it got into her liver, it just went all over her body, and it was horrible. So yeah, I'm looking for a fentanyl provider if I get that bad. Give me some of that. I'll see you later.
It's a shame for both of you guys. I'm still extremely fortunate. I have both of my parents. Sorry, I was adjusting the mic even. I still have both my parents, man, and my dad's starting to get up there. He's in his mid-70s now, and the past year or two, he's slowing down a little bit, cognitively. Things that he would never have to ask me for advice on, or like how to do, like on the computer, on the phone. Like, I get a phone call now, forgetting things. And my dad's thing is he doesn't want to get dementia. His mom, my grandmother had dementia. It killed her, essentially. And it's just, he's so scared to go through life, through something like that. Like, not knowing, like, what the fuck is going on. Like, it's just, like, being so confused and, like,
Yeah, the only good thing about that is you meet new friends every day.
Yeah.
The worst part of getting old for me is just not physically being able to do stuff. Like, I'm probably going to have to sell my boat in a few years because I just can't keep it up. and my boat, that is. There's Cialis for the other thing. But, yeah, and just around the house, it just takes forever to do stuff. So, yeah, make sure you tell your parents you love them every day, see them every day, because you never know. Tomorrow's not guaranteed.
Yeah, well, my grandfather always told my mom, you know, the young could die, but the old must die.
Yeah, ain't that the truth? No, I talk to my parents every day. Whether it's, I talk to my dad every morning on the radio, and then every night on the radio, and text message all day, usually throughout the day. And I talk to my mother. She calls me every day, or if I don't hear from her, I call her. So, but not that long ago, I didn't really talk to my parents, man. 10 years or so ago, there was a pretty tumultuous time. But you get older, man, you put that shit aside, and you know, you got to keep on keeping on, because we get one shot at this, man. One shot.
Well, consider yourself lucky, fortunate, and any other good words that you have made amends, because not everybody gets that chance.
Oh, I know. Count my blessings every day, bud.
See the thing about Billy Corgan, his father, he said his father was jealous of his success that he had with the band Smashing Pumpkins. And he said towards the end there, we got, you know, got closer and all, but he said it was always like, you know, shut the F up and just sit there, you know, and don't say anything to me. You know, and then he said, I got successful, and then, you know, and I think he said when he passed away, I think that one album is Melancholy or something, I think. Melancholy. A couple good songs on that album. Pretty good album, I think. And he said there was his wife, I guess at the time, mother or his wife, I think it was his dad got remarried, and said that was by his bedside. He would listen to it and read the lyrics all the time. It was really more like he listened to it over and over and over and read the lyrics over and over.
Oh, man, it's rough, you know, but that's why I say that. I mean, like, we all have our issues. Everybody's had their, you know, their problems with their parents or other family members, or have gone through terrible losses, or you know, so nobody's problem is unique, you know. And I just feel, like you said, so just be grateful every day and just be fortunate. I have what I have, man, still.
Yep, here today, gone tomorrow.
Yeah, so anyway, good, everybody's radios are sounding good tonight. Looks like the stream's pretty much stopped off. I'm probably going to get out of here in a few minutes, but you guys all sound great, man.
Yeah, it all sounded pretty good, except for Jack. He was a little weak on the weak side. Probably heard him on there. I didn't hear the part where you switched to the flat side for Jackie. Except for Hot Dog Man can have his moments of glory.
Of course we're sounding great. We're all running two radios. Fran Browning.
That's true, and Yeasu.
Yeah, I'm on the double E.
Is that a tube radio?
Yeah, it's hybrid. It's got tube finals.
Oh, nice. I've got my tech license, and I don't know, I dabble around up there, and that's about as much into the ham thing as I get.
Yeah, you gotta get your general, man. Well, now technicians have HF privileges, like on 80 meters, 40 meters. Like, you guys get a lot more privileges than I had when I was a technician. But when you get your general, dude, it's so much more fun. There's so many not XCBers, but guys are still going. The guys that get down on 12, what, channel 12, or is it 13? Them guys up in like Wayne, JR, and them, and all those guys from 75 meter AM. They all get on 80 meters and 75 meters, and you run old boat anchor gear like I was talking about, and old tube gear. Yes, there's a lot of CBers up there, man.
You just don't mention you're from CB.
Oh no, we do.
Yeah, that's like a baddie. You don't never mention CB up there, chicken band.
The only places I've ran into problems with that, honestly, is on the repeaters. And guys who are just technicians and they have their repeaters and their walkie-talkies, man, and they think they're like policemen.
Breaker, breaker. Oh, that pisses them off.
Yeah, Perry probably slips every once in a while because he's been on CB pretty solid now, and he goes up to sneaks up there still. He probably slips.
I slip with the cursing.
Fucker.
That's where I slip, man. 'Cause I curse all day at work, man. I work in a shop. You know what I'm saying? And for a while there, I was really good and like really cognizant about not cursing on the air, but that's all going out the window. And I'll be sitting there in a conversation with my dad, just him and I'll be cursing.
Your dad don't say nothing?
Of course he does. He hates it.
What are you doing? You're ruining your reputation.
Yeah, he hates it. He's like, why do you think you're on CB? I'm like, come on, man. Fire that Mark II up and stop being a baby.
Fire it up, man. Make that sonar sing.
Yeah, soon enough. I've been constantly staying on him about it, and he'll if not by the end of the winter, it'll be by summer. He'll be up and going.
Oh, just show him that latest gate you just recorded. I'm sure he'll jump right on after he hears that.
Oh yeah, all the necrophiliac talk. Yo, he'd be like, man, this is exactly what I fired this old girl up for. Yeah, good old Domino. We gotta get Domino back on the air, man. It's been too long.
Yeah, your dad actually did work on this, right? I was just telling Chris today. Your dad actually did work on the radio I'm on now. He actually put the switch, he put the switch in and set it up for 2 pings. It's got the short ping on now and it has the long ping.
Oh, really? Yeah, man. I gotta get him back on the air, man. This schedule. He goes to bed at so early.
Well, I mean, what time does he get up in the morning to get on the radio? He probably gets up 4 o'clock in the morning and is on the air by 5 o'clock. That's a long-ass day for somebody that's 70-some years old.
Yeah, but then he complains about the guys he gets on in the morning with. So I'm like, okay, we'll sleep in and stay up later.
Once in a while, actually, I would laugh the most is when you have the hecklers in there, like they do the nets. And they're just so boring. It's just like, you got 10 minutes of a spiel of this worthless shit. It's like, I'd rather have like you listen to the gate, it's just all like, there's so many fast keys in there, like, it's got me and Bear blending together, you got Chris, well at one point I think you had me, Chris, and Bear all keyed at the same time. It's just like a whole gibberish of mess.
No. You're right, and some of those nets up there, especially the AM nets with the old guys, oh my god, like the AM carrier net, if you go on 3835 at 9 o'clock in the morning on Sundays, I think, or Saturdays. No, Saturdays is the lonely guy net. They're the lonely guy net, man, I swear to God. And it's a bunch of old dudes making old buzzard 3, 4, 5 minute transmissions, about the weather or the medical ailment or whatnot. And yeah, man, we talk about riveting.
Yeah, I mean, the heckler ones are the funniest because then they're all like, well, if you don't acknowledge him, he'll go away. And then there was one on 440. Oh, dude, it even got worse. It's just like, and that was the most funnest thing on the whole. They're talking about the weather. Well, the weather, like, dude, I don't care about what weather you got over there. Like I said, if it wasn't for the hecklers screwing shit up, the only thing I like about it, like, Timtron used to be, I thought, edgy for him back in the day. Now, he's kind of slowed down now. Last couple times I've heard him on the air, he can put crows to sleep.
Holy crap. I was going to say something, and by the time I reached the microphone, I forgot what the hell it was.
There's a bunch of think there's Skip out there.
I wouldn't be surprised. We were out here late one night and the freaking Skip came back in.
Yeah, that's how it was last night.
It's crazy, man. You get to, like, it's like I was asking John about Montana, and I said, I don't really hear Montana that much. I mean, you guys at higher elevation probably hear a lot more shit than I do, but Montana's not one of the ones that really crushed in my head right away. Washington State, California late in the afternoon, that's definitely solid, man. They're like, the one day I was on 17 and freaking Hawaii's coming in.
Yeah, I hear Hawaii great. I hear them every day. On 11 a.m. They hang out a lot on 11. You want to hear the guys in Hawaii? They're all on 11. Most of them, a majority of them, on AM. They all hang out 11. And there's one guy who's from Montana. I forget his name. He hangs out on the bowl. It's the only guy I've ever heard in Montana. And the only guy I've ever heard in Alaska is that Nobody's Business guy who gets on the Super Bowl. And he gets on 28 or in 11, I think, as well.
Hey, we're far up here in Detroit, too, but hey.
There's some Skip right there blending with you.
Yeah. Them guys are going to make me fire something up.
On your way.
Oh, I know what I was going to say. Hey, Perry.
Yeah.
Been working on brandings for 5 years, so if you get one and run into some quirky stuff, get in touch with me.
Yeah, 10-4. I'm going to have a Mark II over here in like a week. I'm going to be looking over for a guy. So yeah, I might have a few questions for you.
Yeah, give my info off of Mike. Mike, give my number and email.
Looked all right, looked up. I don't think
I don't think I have your cell phone number. I just have you on Messenger.
Hey, that man ain't never done.
Alright, well, we can take care of that real quick.
That's a nutshell. Ain't got nothing. You know what?
Nah, them guys are like blasting over you.
Oh, man. That must sound like, rocket.
I think he said he was in Michigan. Man, I gotta fix this antenna switch. I got a bad antenna switch over here.
You don't want to be playing around with that.
It's just the one position on the ground plane.
An old, what you call I use every once in a while, just, it was for the PEL2s we got off the rail. That's how long I've had that spring thing.
Yeah, 10-4. Sorry, I was switching over to flat side for a second. Yeah, them guys disappeared.
Did that help any, Perry?
Oh, yeah.
Was that a yeah?
Sorry, I have food in my mouth. Yeah.
Okay.
Just the weak guys like me.
Pump it up!
Pump. It's more to pump up. There. There's a little bit more. That's, a little under 300.
Oh, you're coming in now. Come over here. I'll give you something you can pump up with.
I gotta get that 811 working. We gotta get a power supply for that. I'll have plenty of power. That thing will be running for a long.
28. You need a damn beam. You're like doing, like, you're pulling a combination of Nick and Jack. You need to get your beam back up. Put a decent road runner, put it up, and get a beam.
I have a beam, but it was a pain in the ass when I had the beam because you kept turning it constantly because it's not. I got people behind me and people on the side of me and people on the front of me. That's why I'm hesitant to put a beam back up because it's just you're constantly turning it back.
Gotta have both.
Yeah, you gotta shut up back. Put a tower up. Bolt it to the shed. The hell, boy? Exactly.
No, but in all seriousness, though, you can that's what I mean. I remember I had a little 3-element stereo. It was a good little antenna, but that 4-element stereo was a lot of fun. I thought that antenna did really, really well. It's about the size of a Maco 3-element, maybe a little smaller, and super, super light. You can turn it with a TV antenna rotor.
What's that, the Syria 3-element Yagi?
No, the 4. Cheerio.
What's the boom on that, though?
Oh, I think it's like 11 feet.
Shoot.
It's short, dude. That's how long the boom is on an M103 Mako. The 3LM Mako is, excuse me, 13 feet, I think, actually.
I had the V-Quad. V-Quad's only 9 feet. Might be a little less than that.
Yeah, that's not bad at all. They're good antennas, man. What's his name? I put up and tuned for him 412 in Philadelphia. He's got the 3-element version. He loves it.
Yeah, no, it worked pretty good. What you call used to have stack ones. He was down there in Trainer with me with the frequencies handle. God, this has been years ago. He's dead now. Silver Bullet used to run stacked V-Quads.
Oh man, that's awesome. That's awesome. There's a guy out west. You ever heard that guy with RC, the referee?
Yeah.
Yeah, well he runs, I don't know if he's running them now, but he did. He had, I think, 4 of them stacked. You know, 2 on top of each other on each side of the tower.
Yeah, I would love to have enough land I could run a big beam on a tower. Just be out somewhere. You didn't even have to have skip conditions. You just turn that freaking beam and you get them.
Well, see, those big beams, man, are like laser beams, Mike. And I know a lot of guys that have 7 elements, 8 elements. I know a guy who has 11 elements on almost 100 feet. They're annoying because you literally have to point and shoot at every single person because the beam width is so narrow. The longer you get, the more that beam width narrows because the gain goes up. But man, it turns into like shooting, target practice.
10-4.
I wouldn't like that. If this 4 element I have now, I would maybe like to go to a 5 and see how that is. But from what I've been told, it's kind of like the law of diminishing returns. You'll go much bigger, but you won't get to see that much more gain over a 5 element. That's from what I was told.
Them Joe guns, man. They got the Joe gun Yagis. Them things look like they're built like a friggin' tank.
They are. What's his name? 508 in Philly's got one. A 4 element. They are built like tanks, but they weigh a ton.
Yeah, but you gotta have a big heavy duty rotor.
Yeah, for sure. I have Frito's old rotor from his Moonraker.
Oh man.
How'd you get that?
He gave it to me years ago. I don't know, 10 years or so ago. I was over his house. I went over to his house on Shavertown Road. We were BSing. I was talking to him. I think I broke a rotor at the time. I was like, well, I got this old one here. It's my old rotor. Take it. Take the rotor wire too.
And, what you call climb this tower? Shit. Who gives a shit anyway, guy? What the hell is long pole?
Really?
I think he said it was bent.
What, the tower?
Thought he did.
Dude, everything over his place is bent. It wouldn't surprise me.
That's where I got the tower from that I have now. But I still need to put up eventually. Maybe next year. But,
What, from Frito?
yeah. I bought the D201 Rat's Nest and the 4 10-foot sections of the American-made tower.
I guess it wasn't bent then.
Well, no, he had another one. So, you know the 2 types of towers? The ones that are so you have your 3 vertical things, and then the horizontal are like vertical, and then you have the ones that are diagonal where they connect them. The one that he sold me was the American made, which was, it had the horizontal connection, so you could actually climb up it. The one that he had been using was one of the cheaper ones that had those horizontal crisscross things.
Yeah.
He also had that big loop up, that big wire loop around his property. said he used to use for HF when he used to get on a little bit.
Yeah, he never really, that HF never caught on, did he?
No, now he's mad he sold that Kenwood. Yeah, he has that TS2000. Who got that?
Oh, I don't even know. I thought he sold it down the shop, didn't he?
Yeah, you're in there with him, but it's hard.
Yeah, probably. That's probably right.
Didn't have AM though, right? It was just sideband only?
That's what I mean.
No, it'll do AM, but it sucks on AM.
Yeah, a lot of ham rigs suck on AM. The ICOM 7300 seem to be really good on AM. They got really good sound on AM.
Yeah, they're good. They sound the best with the stock ham mic on AM, but a lot of guys try to feed, studio mics and stuff into them. It just won't cut it.
I have a question.
Heard that, yeah?
Sure.
What about it, Barry? You still in there? Or did we put you to sleep with all this radio talk?
Well, he probably was thinking about, that shit, girl. You notice how Ricky disappeared, too.
Yeah, oh, fuck. Ricky went off to masturbate to his fire trucks, and Bear just went off to masturbate.
And on that note, I'm going to bed, but I'm not going to do that.
Just because you're tired, right?
No, actually, yeah, I am tired, and I got to get up early tomorrow. I don't have to, but I'm going to, because I'm going to get up on the radio with Dad. Maybe just get on AM with him in the morning on 75, so he's been, busting my chops about it for months.
You do the old military net, too, don't you?
Yeah, I used to. I can't get out of bed, though. It's 5 o'clock on Saturday mornings, and I've been staying up late.
Yeah, them guys, they didn't have nothing better to do.
No, they don't. And like I said, I've been staying up, much later on the weekends now, so we're back on frequency. And so yeah, at 5 o'clock on Saturday morning, it just hasn't been cutting it for me.
I try to listen up there, but I never catch it. Is that on 8500?
3885, 3885.
Yeah, I've tried to listen. I actually got up and turned it on and left it running just to see if anybody got on there in the morning. I didn't hear anybody.
Yeah, you should. Well, it depends, actually, on band conditions too. But if the band's really long, you might have a hard time hearing people. But if the band's normal and short, you should definitely be able to hear like me or my dad and everything else. But if you want to, not locally, just go to a Kiwi SDR like K3FEF or something.
I used to be able to find you guys because when you were living in Chester, I could pick you up pretty good. I figured I could find you, I'd find the rest of them.
Yeah, but yep, 3885, 3.885, the AM calling frequency on 80 meters. And 3873 is another popular frequency. But my dad's been getting on 3705 every morning at like 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, I guess.
Yeah, usually I would hear Clark in there. I think Clark's in Delaware, ain't he?
No, Clark's in Connecticut, but Clark's a dick.
Clark's a dick?
Yeah, me and Clark, we don't get along anymore.
Ah, I thought you guys were buds.
Yeah, we were years ago, but he sticks his nose up at people. He's like flies an airplane. He's a pilot. And I know you've heard Clark talk, and the way he talks is like is the kind of person he is. He's like thinks he's above people.
Well, a lot of them guys are, man, because they're all upper echelon guys. They got endless amounts of money and, the best of best. That's the only problem with some of that shit, man. That's why I always enjoyed talking to people in 38 in Europe and stuff, because it just seems like they're intrigued about it. They don't give a shit if you've got a nickel in your pocket. Man, they're just excited to talk to you.
Right, and that's not my cup of tea either. There's a few times where Clark was pretty rude to my dad, so that was kind of the straw that broke the camel's back with that guy, man.
You and another guy got into it too. He was a younger guy. Thought he was the shizzle with the fizzle.
Yeah, Billy. BTK. He's a sea bear too, by the way.
Oh man. Yeah, he kind of looked like a sea bear.
Yeah, he used to get up on. He used to have a big suburban, I guess, over in Jersey. He only had it for a couple years. He's like a flake, man. He's another one of them guys who, you know, is very arrogant.
Yeah, live in a mama's house.
Yeah, I don't do the arrogance thing well, in case you can't tell.
You know, a conversation is who the people you have with you, and it makes it bounce. You know, you got the best shit in the world, but if you ain't got the right people to talk to make a conversation go. Yeah, we lost a few guys every year. We had a really tight crew back in the day, and we would just, oh my god, it'd be hilarious. Just talk for hours and shit. Just, you know, everybody putting a little piece in the pie, and you'd be laughing your ass off. And that's what you gotta get. Once you get the right people in place to make stuff funny, just, you know, I'm not here to put anybody down or shit like that. I'm here for a good conversation and have some laughs.
Nope, I agree 100%, man. I do, and that's why excuse me, fucking dog hair or cat hair in my mouth. You know, that's why I like coming up here, man, because you guys kind of talk. You know, I like being down on 15 and all of it. You know, a lot of that there's a lot of, all right, man, let me get out of the middle of the road, you know, real short, you know, almost like skip shooting local talk.
Why do you have dog hair in your mouth?
Well, I thought it was dog hair. I'm used to having it. My dog of 15 years passed away recently, and it's like a habit of saying that. Oh, come on.
Okay, you got quite a few cats in, eh?
Yeah, I got 2 cats now.
Trying to get no mice, though. I haven't had any mice here lately. I was catching light frequently.
Yeah, hell no, I got no mice. Nah, man, she was just, my one cat, Milky, little white and black one, she was posted up in front of the dishwasher when I came down this morning.
Oh, man.
But I haven't seen any. I haven't seen, like, heard any. I haven't found any dead ones. So, whatever they're doing it right. Maybe they're throwing them away or just eating them whole.
Dude, I seen this one video. The guy had a rat. He was in this room, and the cat was in there, and the cat's scraping at the door to try to get out of the room. The guy's like trying to swat the rat with a broom, and the cat is like hanging on the window, like meowing, trying to get out.
Oh, like trying to get away from it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I've seen that video. It's hilarious. Like, come on, cat, be a cat.
Yeah, it's like, what the hell I got you for? The one thing you need to do is get this thing and kill it, and you ain't even doing shit.
Well, that's kind of like my dog, Hank, man. My mom lives right in Chester Park. Like, she lives at the end of Lindsay Street, which ends in the park. And she used to have a cat door, and the raccoons would come in the back room and eat the cat food. And the one night, my mom said she was sleeping on the couch and woke up, and there was like 2 raccoons in the living room, and the dog wakes up and like literally just looks at the raccoons and sits there, perches his ears up, and these raccoons are like running around in circles, and the dog's just sitting there doing absolutely nothing. And to top it all, he was a coon hound. Wow.
Well, raccoons got fingers.
Yeah, I would have been just like him. I wouldn't have wanted to touch them things. Things are nasty.
You ever see the one attack that woman, the rabid raccoon attacked the little girl first, and then the mom gets after. She's like beating the shit out of the thing, and the thing grabbing her leg, and she's kicking the damn thing.
Was that the one that was like security camera footage or something?
Yeah, there was one with a fox, a rabid fox, and then there was one with a raccoon. And she's got the thing by the scruff of the neck, and the thing's trying to bite her and all, and then she throws the thing across the yard.
Yeah, I think I remember that one. Yeah, I think I did. Wasn't the fox one where like the husband came out or something and like booted it or threw it across as well?
Shit was biting the shit out of him, like kept coming back. He's kicking it, and like he keeps coming back.
Yeah, man, that's wild, dude.
They both were rabid, and you know, you gotta get shots after that.
Yeah, thankfully I've never had to deal with any kind of rabid animal.
Do they still do those, like, I don't know, 12 shots across the stomach if you have rabies?
No, they do 2 shots in the shoulder, 2 shots in the shoulder and 2 in the butt, and another place I think Steve said. And then you go back, you give a week and you gotta go back again and they do the same thing over again.
Man.
Yeah, they got away from that. It used to be, didn't Ozzy have that? He had to get 12 shots in the stomach and he bit that damn bat of that head, the bat's head off and shit during a concert.
Yeah, I remember hearing about that.
That was high as anything. It's probably why he's like, I thought it was a rubber bat.
I thought it was rubber. I thought it was rubber.
I've heard that before.
Someone threw it up on stage or something, like, yeah, fight this.
Yeah, I remember hearing some interview or something where he was telling that story. But alright guys, I'm gonna get out of here. 7-3. Good to hear you, Mike and Chris and Bear and Jack and John and anybody else who may be listening. Good to hear you fellas. All sound great this evening. I'm standing by.
I'm getting ready to shut down myself. I gotta go to work tomorrow. Unfortunately, I don't have Perry days. It's not work, but I will get hearing everybody and many laughs this evening and all the different subjects we touched upon this afternoon or evening.
Yeah, baby.
Talk y'all later.
Alright, Chris, Mike. It's been fun. What do they say? I gotta run. I'll see ya. Yeah, it was funny tonight, man. Good stuff.
Dude, I got the runs. I'll see you later.
Alright, man, catch it.
73s, gentlemen.
Yeah, 73s.
Who's that?
Yeah, 163, Ontario, Canada. Have a good one there, Connecticut.
I think he said he was in Ontario or something. Anyway, good evening. Have a great night. Leadfoot, Pennsylvania. Waving and standing by.
Hey, 70, Ontario.
Yeah, good evening time to you, the gentleman in Ontario, and I heard the other gentleman in there as well. Sounded good down here in Pennsylvania, right outside of Springfield, Pennsylvania, 4 miles west of the city of Philadelphia.
Alright, nice to be out here.
Near London, Ontario.
Yeah, QSL in London, Ontario. Cool, man. Well, I have a friend, Will, who lives up that way in Ontario. I can't remember the damn name of the town he lives in, but anyway, he's another radio guy. I talked to on the other bands, and he comes down here too. So good to hear you, man. Sounding good coming out of Ontario. You got Leadfoot down here in Pennsylvania. I'm waving. I'm standing by.
Hey, roger that. Nice talking to you. Here in Pennsylvania, 164 over here in Michigan. 925.
I can't remember the last time I talked to somebody in Ontario.
So, what was your AM feed again?
Yeah, it's the AM window on YouTube. This is the name of the channel, the AM window, 3 words. And you just go to the live tab and you'll see the live stream.
Hey, Ontario, I don't know if you got a copy of me down here in Philadelphia, but go to the AM window on YouTube.
You're in Philadelphia?
Roger, the AM window. We streamed a little bit of our conversation. Talk to you later. Have a good one.
Hey, you there, 168 Ontario.
Alrighty, you're talking to number 2 from Uranus. Have a good one. And people wonder why I never get skipped. Talk to you later, Perry. See you later, Mike.
See you, man. Hello, radio. go. Now we're up in Canada. There we go. Now we're up in Ontario.
Canada's Ontario.
Minnesota. 6-8 Ontario, got a copy.
Yeah, I got you in there, 168. 168 Ontario. Leadfoot, Pennsylvania, waving again. I'll see you, buddy.
Danny there, Pennsylvania. Sounding good now. Sounding a lot better there. How are you?
Pennsylvania, 1408, northern Minnesota.
Yeah, right back, 1408, northern Minnesota. Sounding good. Out here in southeast Pennsylvania, 1408, Leadfoot in southeast Pennsylvania, waving.
Roger, Leadfoot, Pennsylvania, waving right back at you.
All right, man, well, take care. Happy 2025 to you. Sounding good coming out of the cold country up there. Stay warm. And we're just about to go that way, man. Get to the horizontal position and hit the sack for the night. So stay warm. We'll catch you boys later. 200 or Leadfoot in Pennsylvania, standing by.
Okay, Leadfoot, Pennsylvania. Take care. Be safe.
Yeah, brother, you do the same. 7-3.
Damn it, Mary. Make me want to put my antenna back up.
Yeah, I was, you can probably tell I switched over to the flat side.
Yeah, I got I can make a Y-quad, and it's yardstick rotor for 25. It's been.
Yeah, hold on, yardstick. You're covering up my logo. Hold on.
Had to get one of those.
You're smoking, bro. Hold on.
Tied down the top of the rotor so I can't move it, so it doesn't bubble back and forth. But I got the 40 foot of tower and a set of moonrakers that I've been meaning to try to get up. But the motivation and the funds haven't always been there.
Well, yeah, man, if you can get that up, obviously, a moonraker up 40 feet. I mean, you just got to get it up over a wavelength, man. That's when it'll really sing. But I mean, this 4-element is up almost 70 feet to the boom. So it's like it's 65 feet. That's been the real difference maker, is the height, in my opinion. I don't know if I want to go much higher, but if I would ever want to go much higher. But what's, to try it maybe. But for now, this thing just works great. And I heard there's another gentleman out there, man, broken. It was covering you up, Chris. Dude out there in Skip Land. Good evening to that gentleman out around DX Land, Leadfoot in Pennsylvania, waving.
Hey Leadfoot, your friend over here in West Michigan. They call it Muskegon, Michigan. Me and this old yardstick around Muskegon trying to get up on the east side one time. Break.
What you doing, man? What you doing out there? You still got that antenna on the fence, breaker?
I do. I'll send you a picture of it, man. You're gonna laugh. That's what you. I call it my local talking station. Break.
That's funny, man. Alright, Squirt. Good to hear you, big brother. Yeah, man, I was just about to go to bed. I'm up here local talking, man, hanging out with the friends, man, and hoping an old radio night, man. I'm just on this old FT-101EE. Hey, Squirt, you know who. I'm standing by.
Radio, get copy. Yeah. Come down here real quick, man. Just scan the band. Got some local talking in Muskegon on 28, so I figured out ease around the band. Take care, all the good time gang up on the east side up there. Hey, Leadfoot, around PA. Old Squirt over here around Lake Michigan. Snowbank country. Bye.
Alright, man. I'll bump it on you a little bit later on. I got a gate rolling, too. I'll send you the link. And sounding good over here. Take care. I just got some damn power line noise in there a second ago, but nevertheless, man, you're sounding real grand on the band like you always do. Hey, Squirt, hey, little Squirt, the man with that cotton picking ground playing on the fence. Take care, Squirt. I'll see you.
My last key. I'm gonna do the walk away. Take care, Leadfoot. Have a real good New Year. I hope you get everything you want. Oh, Squirt, worldwide Squirt, Muskegon. Get down. Bye.
See you, man. I'm bumping on you later. Well, Chris, man, let me know if you need help. If you ever want to, put that up or get something up, man. I'll give you a hand.
Yeah, it's more about money now. It's a weird situation where just know how to put it up. So I'm contemplating on a hinge, on pulling it up, and it's just a weird angle that I would have to go up on, and there's just a whole bunch of complexities, and it's money. Every time I save up some money to put the footer in the ground, or have a plate made, a hinge made, the money either goes into a truck or a car or the boat. And I get a boat, so a whole lot of money goes there. It's just been difficult to concentrate money.
Yeah, man, well, I heard that, I did, trust me. I know about that right now, but... Yeah, man, well, I've put up some antennas in places I never thought I would ever be able to put up an antenna or fit things, so... I might be able to, you know, another set of eyes might be able to you know, give you a couple more options. And, you know, you've already got the expensive stuff, you know, the hard stuff, the tower, the antenna. I think you might have said you had a rotor. You know, and even if you don't have everything, I'm sure with this community around here, if we open up our mouths and, you know, and especially with the people I know, around the country, man, we can find anything you need to get on the air, man. There's no doubt about that. I guess you would just need the motivation there, Roger.
Yeah, it's more about money. So the big thing is to get a plate, and I could use a second set of eyes. I'm going to take you up on that, on how to actually raise it. Because I'm on a hill, I got a 40-foot tower. I want to be able to put it on a tilt tower so I can raise it up and put it down. Yeah, I don't know. Reach out to Mike. He's got my cell phone number. Ping me, and we'll get together, but that's probably not going to happen until at least the spring. But until the spring, when you get that Mark II, let me know. I've been working on radios for Russ for 5 years. So, the Brownings in particular. Just starting to get into the trams. But, yeah, for Browning. So, let me know if you have any problems, if you need any, I don't know, hints, tweaks, or whatever.
Yeah, 10-4. Oh, I saw you around at the shop the other day. I was down there talking to Dustin. I saw you in there. It's probably you who I saw. So, well, cool, man. Yeah, I'll definitely take you up on that. And yeah, just let me know. I'll get a hold of Mike. We'll get things squared away for sure. So, all right, Chris, I'm gonna get out of here, man. I'm going that way. I gotta get up to bed. Shut this stuff down. Let this thing cool down, this 101 cool down for a little while, and I'll shut it off. So, good hearing you tonight, man. Sounded good. Big signal coming out of Aston, Pennsylvania. Good old Delaware County. Catch you later, Chris. 7-3. Good hearing.
Are you the red-headed guy with the beard?
Yeah, it's me.
That motherfucker, and you didn't even say hi. What the fuck? All right, talk to you later. Have a good one. Sleep well.
Yeah, man. Well, you know how it is. Man, shoot. If I have to think about more than one thing at once, it usually ends up in a train wreck. See ya.
Later.
Alright, we'll catch up with you, Squirt in the Great Lakes. Sit back, eavesdropping. I'll see you.
Bye, Squirt. Hey, little Squirt. Take care, big brother. I'm shutting this cotton picker off. Big Squirt, I'll see you.
Good night, I'll see you.
Holy crap, you just talk all over the place.
Yeah, I get out for this. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with this setup over here, man. It works. I'm not running a bunch of power. I'm running about 100 watts.
If I were pointing to north, I could probably get to him, but I stagnated my antenna east. I put guy wires on top of the rotor so it's not bouncing back and forth. So I am perpetually pointed east, southeast, actually directly toward Mike, which helps because he's the biggest mud duck of us all. Anyway, go sleep well. Later.